taking shots at the enemy. I'm gonna make it to the top, leave a legacy. If I got something to say, you better let me speak. Turn it up a new degree, bitch, you ain't seen anything. I pop off with the new rock, electronic, blow the sonic roof up. I'm too honest when I take a few shots. They're too toxic, need to take a new song. You cannot save me, cause I don't need saving. It's everything I've been chasing, all here for the taking. Don't wanna test your luck with me, I think I've had enough disease. I'm sick of all the bad thoughts, people who are half-nots. You are not as tough as I'm back, you know that I never left. I got tracks and some music that you never guessed. I don't slack, don't lose, learn your lesson yet. When I get to choose what I do, I'm like a weapon. I'm not sharp as many, but got hard. I'm ready to change scars to envy, to win large and plenty. I like to play fast, never change back. Calling out, I'll pay back, cause I'm great at that. Oh, you cannot save me, cause I don't need saving. It's everything I've been chasing, all here for the taking. Don't wanna test your luck with me, I think I've had enough disease. I'm sick of all the bad thoughts, people who are half-nots. You are not as tough though. Don't wanna test your luck with me, I think I've had enough disease. I'm sick of all the bad thoughts, people who are half-nots. You are not as tough as me. Don't wanna test your luck with me, I think I've had enough disease. I'm sick of all the bad thoughts, people who are half-nots. You are not as tough as me.
The two of
I had to
them.
pause it. I was laughing too hard. I shouldn't laugh at my own jokes either. That's ridiculous.
The two of an intro though, it's so true. It's like I'm just here to like tell you the truth, like tell you just the facts of YouTube. Like I educate everyone, you know. That's what Muzz's intro is like.
I'm not here to listen to what you have to say. It's a safe space as long as they like you, as Lindsay found out earlier today.
Yep, and Vidrina V as well. She found out that as well.
Oh, you mean V?
Oh, V, yeah. She's like
We're such good friends that we just call her V, you know?
Yeah. But she's friends with the mean girls now, which means us, so
she's just been like harassing her for a year nonstop, same as Jennifer.
Yeah. Jennifer needs to get off her DICK, so she did say that to Jennifer, didn't she? She did.
Get off my dick.
Yeah.
The mean girls, you know what? Love you.
Amber, that's what every single one of them say. We're always the mean girls.
I know, and it's like she's in, like, doesn't she just bash Jen Bailey while she's having a breakdown, and then gets sends a Dropbox of information to Jen Bailey's friend?
And can we talk about that time that maybe you and I saw a Google Drive that belonged to somebody that had a lot of creepy shit in it, and how she immediately had to go to the hospital for her well-being?
Oh,
the
yeah.
Same day that we were going to release that.
Yep.
But she felt that it was appropriate for the last, I don't know. I don't watch. But the last couple weeks at least, I know someone in chat will know, to just continuously go for a woman who is clearly having a breakdown Like, it's one thing to say it and then maybe move on. Like, yeah, it's news. You could say it because she is part of the community. But every single day,
I know, with that mad laugh.
I mean, there's people I hate too, but if they're in the middle of a mental breakdown, I'm not going to be over there like kicking dirt in their face.
No, neither am I. That's the thing, like, she's such an empath though, Stacey, so I think you're being a wee bit harsh there about Muzz.
Yeah, you know, hopefully she'll come up on the panel and she can tell us what we're actually saying
Yeah.
and how we really feel.
Imagine that shit she came up. Oh my god. I'd be like, oh Muzz, I'm ready for you.
Well, that's what she would do. She would come up and tell us how we feel, what we're actually meaning to say.
Yeah, I just think you guys are like holding a grudges. I've totally like misinterpreted my actions. The only reason I called a funeral home was to in fact help out the community. And the only reason I contacted that family member and pointed out that that person that passed was a liar was actually just to help out the community and help the family out. And the Google Drive, well, you know, I just felt it was necessary to know about, you know, that the person that's passed son's sports article and all the daughter's information. I just felt that was necessary for the community, and I just think there's a really misunderstanding that, to be honest. So, yeah, I'm going to tell you how you feel, and I think you're feeling jealousy over the fact that I am so empathic that I'm willing to help out not just anyone, but a full community. That would be Muzz, pretty much.
And then be like, and I would never directly call out my friends. I'm just going to passively aggressively talk about them in community tabs and treat my community tab like it's my fucking Facebook page.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. And then remember, like, guys, like, listen, $188 might not mean a lot to you, but it's life changing for a lot of people. You know, it really
You
is.
remember there was like, I don't remember what it was. We'll have to ask T-Spiracy. Maybe she'll remember. But there was something that her and Little Red were going to do. I think it was Little Red. And Muzz is like, we should do it for charity. Here, I'll tell you where we can send the money. But like, she was telling these two creators that they were going to do a stream for her and that all the proceeds were going to go to her charity. And here's the where they need to send the money. Do you remember that?
That rings a bell, but was it where was the money going? Was it to her?
It was like, you can give it to me to give to this charity, or this is the charity I work with, something like that.
Oh my god, right. Okay. Well,
Oh, my passively aggressively calling out Kim for being addicted to Amazon shopping by sending you stuff from Amazon with my own addiction to Amazon shopping.
oh my god, Amazon has everything though. That's the thing. It's like, that's why it's so addicting.
You can see something so silly, like, and be like, oh, I wonder if I can buy that. And of course you can, probably in a cuter color than you found it in the first time.
The thing is, I bought a set of mini microphones. They were like that size, and I just thought they were cute. Like, you know how you see people like walking around with these tiny microphones, and the thing is, it doesn't work in anything that I own because it's the old plugs. So I just kept them for like the aesthetic, and then I bought a Britney Spears type microphone, but again, it doesn't connect to anything. So I've got a really bad problem.
So Amazon sells the converters to convert the old plug into the new plug so that you can use it in your new device. I went on Amazon and I found those. I was like, okay, now I got a 5-pack of those because like they changed the chargers a few years ago, and I had all these chargers that I couldn't use. I found the converters.
Oh, that's genius. Oh my god. I'll need to do that.
But we're getting like, I gotta get off Amazon or we will never get to Muzz.
Yeah, we better get Muzz. Amazon has everything and Muzz knows everything.
I did see somebody say that she commented something about people on Reddit saying stuff under fake names or something like that. And I'm like, ma'am, you don't show your face, and I'm pretty sure that your government name is not Muzz.
Yeah,
So, like, you're doing the same thing.
exactly. And like they just like add like they give you random names as well, and then you can fix it. But who really is going to go on Reddit with their like real name? Let's be honest.
Like, you're going to go onto Reddit and be like, here's my first, middle, and last name. I live here. I know there's a lot of trolls on Reddit, so if you'd all please just attack me at once.
Did you see Kim? Did you see her Amazon wish list? She's wishing for like $500 of puppy piss pads. Jesus Christ! How many
I
puppies?
think I did see that somewhere. Hold on, let me look for that.
Oh my God.
I have got cat litter on my wish list, but that was accidental. I meant to put that in my shopping list. But it ain't $500. Listen, my cats aren't bougie. They're not getting £500 worth of cat litter.
I accidentally put something on my wish list that I was trying to put on, like, not for you guys to buy me.
I keep doing that, like the cat litter. I've still to go through it and double check, like nothing's up there. Like I don't actually. I think I put like a bunch of vapes in there, and and alcohol. And I was like, oh wait a minute, like I should really get rid of that. I done it as a joke, and I was all sugar.
Oh, I got to get rid of the overlay, don't I?
Is that Bobbles your cat? The bobble head?
That one is Faye the Furious.
Faye the Furious. And Lulu the Indecent Exposure.
Lulu's hilarious. Okay, so here's the wish list. Someone did say there was a lot of things to like hold a cell phone on it, and I guess there is. But I mean, like, that is stuff, like the backdrops and stuff. It'd be cheaper just to buy yourself a green screen, and
Yeah, that's what I'm going to do. Just buy a green screen.
because like my green screen could load all of those.
Yeah,
I'm too
exactly.
lazy to pull it out.
Why does she need to be clothing racks?
Yeah, I don't know what's up with the mannequins. Maybe she's gonna
Maybe she needs friends.
crochet. She's gonna crochet some Victorian dresses to go with those dolls.
Or does she do dolls?
Didn't she like crochet some dolls?
Did she? Was it the voodoo
She did like a charity where people donated money for yarn, and she was gonna crochet dolls for the children. And I was like, is this like the Great Depression era? Like, what kid walks around with a freaking crochet doll? Like, I mean, I'm not trying to be mean, but that just sounds like you'd be better off taking that money and just going and buying some actual toys for the kids.
I guess that wasn't Maddie, Stacey.
Yeah, exactly. Or even like blankets, like Kim said.
Yeah.
Like,
if you were gonna get like yarn, you could crochet blankets for them.
And I take it the money for that was to go to her.
But like she made like dolls or something. It's like it sounds like something like or like Victorian, you know, or like during the plague or something. I don't know. The kids are walking around with little yarn dolls carrying diseases to each other. I don't know. I don't know. I never said I wasn't an asshole, okay?
I don't know, like, I just feel like you're better just going out and buying them wee Barbie dolls. Like, first of all, it would take less time, and second of all, I'm sure they'd appreciate that more. Yeah, I know that would probably creep a child out. They can be quite creepy.
Like, seriously, I have a little niece and she would probably throw it to the dog thinking that I gave her one of the dog's toys.
Probably.
You know how they're always misshapen and don't look like actual animals? That's what she would think it was. She'd be like, well, it doesn't squeak. Maybe they'll still play with it.
Justine said that crochet thing was a scam, and I know why. Oh, really? Well, I'm not surprised. If someone's like saying they're going to do something for charity, right, then surely you would just like get the charity of a homeless shelter, and give it to that. Oh, thank you. That's my cat, Lulu. She always sits like that and gives me disapproving looks, especially when I've been out. She looks at
The thing about those like shelters and stuff is they love getting monetary donations because it allows them to purchase the items that they know they need.
yeah. I think, too many people assume what they think they need, but in reality, it's better to give it because that way they can, buy food, buy like stuff like that rather than, or blankets.
And people will donate foods that stay good for a long time. So giving them money allows them to go buy the foods that people can't donate, like milk, because it spoils.
Exactly. So yeah, that piece of advice, Muzz, because you don't know everything. Maybe you should do that next time. She also kept the 100 surplus she didn't spend. She never donated them. Well, what did she do with them then? Did she even make them? Or give her dog them?
I don't know. She probably did crochet them because she likes to crochet.
Bet she gave her dog them.
I'm trying not to laugh, but I have heard that her apartment does have a few too many trash bags in it.
Really? Do you think that's the dolls?
No, like I don't think it's the dolls.
Really? Maybe she makes a bunch of voodoo dolls and then just like throws them out once she's like ripped them to shreds, and that's why.
Well, I just have the same question that like Snowflakey Flake kind of brings up. If that's true, and she's in an apartment building, what must that be like for the neighbors?
Well, if it's dolls, I suppose it wouldn't smell, but that's true.
But like if it's trash,
then it would. Maybe, Stacey, maybe one of your neighbours will call in, you never know.
and like I said, I don't know this to be true. I didn't hear it myself, so I'm saying if that is true, I can only imagine.
That's a good point, though. That's the thing. That's the thing with these people. You can't like it's like people don't trust anything now. Any fundraisers.
So
maybe our neighbours will call in, Stacey.
I mean, she does it, so like let's go ahead and get a Google Drive ready, I guess. We'll have the entire apartment building and their uncle's dog's names within a few weeks.
And their uncle's like sister's sport article from the 80s about their good running or whatever. She did.
Well, like she even was like, this is either a cousin or a friend, and then went and found that person's family. Because I was just rewatching that. I mean, I know I'm the one that did all the redacting, but I had forgotten how invasive that Google Drive was. I literally had to like block out the entire Google Drive because every single bit of it was all of this family's personal information as she whines because somebody will use the first name that she used to use before she started going by Muzz.
Why doesn't she just take it? Well, I don't get why she didn't just like admit that was wrong rather than like. But then she keeps going. She made her Dropbox and sent it to Jen's friend, and Jen's friend went and, well, I think it was Jen Bailey's friend, and she went and read it and was like, I feel really dirty accepting this information. Like, it's helpful, but it just feels dirty. And I mean,
I did see that. Like, he was like, it feels kind of creepy or something that she has all of this.
I think so what I noticed about Muzz when I did watch Siwa and enjoy Siwa was she was always saying to people, hey, love, reach out to me on Instagram. Hey, so and so, reach out to me on Instagram. So it's like she befriends people and probably gets all this information from them. And that's just what she does. Like, she's a total trauma vulture. Like,
If she's telling people she never had the Google Drive, she's full of shit because Julie and I were both all up in her Google Drive.
We were in the Google Drive and it was 100% her Google Drive. She didn't private it. And then she did, obviously, after it all came out, but it was her. And then she said he hacked her, so she admitted it was hers.
She always tells like 4 different stories, but then still has people sitting there like, you guys are just hating her for no reason. Like, she literally lied to you and you're okay with that. And not little lies. She makes such big, outlandish lies that she forgets she lies. Like, I don't know. I've never had anybody I know die 3 times.
No, I know. And then see, the thing is, right, so I'll quickly share my story of what done it for me with Muzz, right? So basically, everyone probably knows this, but just in case people don't. So I was friends with Muzz and I lost like a close friend to suicide. Like, I literally texted him the day he done it, right? And I blamed myself. And I was talking to her about it. And you know, Christ Conflict at the time, he kept going on about the chlamydia, right? So I kept saying to her, it doesn't bother me. Like, my boyfriend literally cheated on me and gave me it. It was not my fault. You know, like, I don't care what he says, right? He's a small channel. Who even listens to him anyway, right? And I kept saying to her, I don't care. I do not care. And she was like, but it was so wrong. And I was like, I know it's wrong, but I don't care. So then she goes and tells Christ about my friend unaliving himself, right? And he weaponizes it, and she acts surprised that he weaponized it. And that's when I was like, I'm done. So then she complains to me about how he was. He talked about the boyfriend. He talked about the boyfriend, like saying he resurrected and stuff like that. And then he also said something about some family member of hers that died or was dying or something. And she complained to me about that, him weaponizing that. And I was like, no, and I was done with her at that point. Like, she just crosses boundaries. And I think she deliberately, like, gets information out of people to like use it to like hurt them, but then pretend she's trying to help them. So that's me just kind of kicking it off here.
That's what she kind of did to like me. It was with Christ Conflict because, you know, he started like making streams about every one of us was being racist. Yeah. Because we all just kind of stepped back because him and Jesse had taken a deep dive into like way past what was appropriate. So we just all like kind of stepped back, like we aren't cool with that. Yeah. And so he started doing, you know, he was reposting pictures of us from social media, calling us racist. And I just ignore that stuff because it doesn't bother me. but she would message me every day where she recorded what he said about me and was like, here's what he said about you today. Here's what he said about you today. And I'm like, but I don't care.
Yeah, she'd have
Like I don't care, but if she's doing that to me, she's doing it to other people who really do care and don't need to see it.
Yeah, she did that to me all the time, and I think it was her that sent me the clip of what he said about my friend and me and how I killed him by kissing him or something. And I'm pretty sure it was her that sent me that. It was her, and I'm like, what the? And imagine like someone that, what Christ was like. He was brutal, and she got rid of his channel because he messed with her. But she sure enjoyed, in my opinion, on messing with everyone else.
And she absolutely took his channel down. It's not like I was like sad to see it go, but she absolutely did.
She did. I think that's like, yeah.
So think about that before anyone gives her managing privileges to your channel or anything like that.
Oh yeah, definitely.
Because she did that.
She did. And then I feel like, see that stream she did on cancer, that was just, in my opinion, like I heard her say today, right, that she wasn't making it about herself, but she was in a way, and it's like, imagine someone sitting watching her, right, and they're currently suffering from cancer, and they have to look at what's inside their bodies right now, and like her talking about all this stuff.
Do you know what that is? That is cancer.
Do you know what that is? That's cancer and stuff. Like, that is horrible. Hi, Anne Graham, fellow Glaswegian. But imagine that, like, who does that? And then she says, and then she wonders why people question the boyfriend thing, right? And I remember apologising for, like, saying he was resurrected and everything, right? Because, God forbid, he is real, right? But how can you go from saying you don't know if he's dead or alive, then he works in a restaurant, like...
Okay, so restaurant work is definitely not something you would take on if you were terminally ill, in my opinion.
No, listen, I can't even be a waitress because I've got naturally shaky hands, and I would literally spill soup, drinks, everything over everyone. That's why people don't trust me to get their drinks at the bar.
Like, I'm just too old. I'm just too old to do that kind of stuff now. Like, there's no way I could keep up.
I'd love it just because I love, like, working with people, but, like, literally, like, I did a barista class and I failed it miserably. Well, I just passed it, but I failed it miserably because, like, I spilled everything everywhere because I've got shaky hands. And hi, Auntie Ninja. And when I get nervous, it gets worse. So I'm like that, and it would go everywhere. So how could someone terminally ill do it respectfully? Especially, like, with everything. It's just, like, if she doesn't know where... if she doesn't know if he's dead or alive or not, how does she know he's working in a restaurant? And how can she not contact the restaurant and ask if he's still alive? Like, she literally did that to a stranger. She phoned a funeral home.
And then made a proud-ass video about it that she pretends didn't happen now. She will straight up say, like, I never did that. Ma'am, the proof is in the pudding, and we were already reviewing it before you took it down, so most of it's still there on AZ's channel.
Exactly.
We all saw that you did that. I think we need a palate cleanser, don't you?
Yeah, we need a palate cleanser. What is it like?
Okay. Let's do a palate cleanser.
Okay.
Stamp. I am so sick of these people making up these false allegations with absolutely no evidence, and people being like, I believe it. I believe it. Yeah, sure. And let me ask you something. How are you going to make KJ videos, hate Katie Joy, and then act 50 times worse than...
Did you know hear the flatulence?
What?
She ripped gas there. Did you know hear that? That's twice in a stream.
I mean, I saw that. I saw another creator who does palette cleansers, and so I thought maybe as we're having these heavy talks, we could throw in some random palette cleansers ourselves. We don't want to get too heavy in here.
No, but what Jennifer says, she's right. Okay, so I've heard about her Discord, right? I won't out the source, but I've heard about her Discord, and it's got rooms such as like to do with childhood disabilities.
Where did you put that at, Pretend Fashionista? Where did you put the timestamp at? We'll definitely watch that again.
Definitely. She's got rooms about terminal illness, children terminal illness or something, disability, illness, not children with disability, children with disabilities. Like she's mental health issues. Like she's got an obsession with hearing about everyone's like deepest, most struggles, and it's like so disturbing in my opinion.
Oh. Artsy Nurse said stalkers who constantly clip shit and keep folders from people are strange. Muzz isn't alone in doing that. Okay, so if I have to, like, I gotta be honest, almost all the storage in my phone is completely full. I gotta start moving stuff over to my cloud. And you know what it is? It's all pictures of my niece or my cats.
Mine's is all videos of my cats.
And me.
And my mum, and also TikToks I keep saving and forgetting to delete.
Like now that she's playing T-ball, I have almost used up all of my memory. I am not going to delete her playing T-ball to fucking clip people. But these people will. There are people out there that would do that. Like, it's that important.
Sorry. No, I know what you mean. I mean, obviously I clip the rare thing if I think it's like, you know, clip worthy and important.
No, but I'm saying like what she was talking about, like keeping
right, yeah.
and stuff on people. Like, you can come check my files. I don't even rename them when I save them on Canva. I save it, upload it to my channel, and then immediately delete it. And it's usually saved as whatever the first word you type, because that's how Canva saves things.
Oh,
like,
I should
there's
really
no
do
files on my
I've got the most stupid stuff saved in my Canva. Like when I was doing a Molly Go Lightly video, I was trying to do Barbie Girl and then do like Justin as Ken, Molly as like Barbie, and like hello Barbie, let's go party. And then I didn't finish it because I couldn't get it like in tune. So now it's just like a wee video of like them sitting in the, you know, the aqua car, and then the name of like Molly's Barbie, and it's so stupid. I gave up. So mine's are so stupid. And then I've made like Britney Spears stuff that I've not bothered with. Like seriously, it's really bad. Yeah, just saying. If I need a clip, I'll just ask other people.
I doubt that some of these creators have 2 phones and 2 computers, because they're always asking for us to buy them a new one because the one they got sucks so much.
That's true. Listen, you should just do what I do, guys. Get your auntie to buy you one. No, I'm joking. My auntie bought me one as a birthday present, and for like DJing and stuff, because she knows I want to try all of that, so she got me that. But I see, people have genuinely offered to buy me a laptop, but I've always been like, no, I couldn't accept that. Like, no way. I'd feel too bad. But Muzz always gets something wrong with her laptop, hasn't she? And then doesn't she get a new one, and then something else is wrong with it?
Anybody hear of my today?
Stacey, where did you go?
Oh, I forgot I'm muted. I was talking back to you. I was like, I'm sure bigger creators probably have like 4 or 5 phones and more like MacBooks than I don't know what. But these creators, these smaller creators, you know they don't have that much.
Yeah, I mean,
According to Charlotte, you're saying like fear.
unless you've got a really big
Julie here.
channel that's like 2 seconds. Unless you've got like a really big, I changed my picture from JJ because I knew I better know tonight. But unless you've got like a really big channel that you know, like you edit a lot and you need that sort of stuff, then I'll
So-
mute for this.
Yeah, I'm gonna mute too, so I'm gonna play this. I hope AZ don't mind.
Hey, welcome, welcome. What's up, everyone? Okay, lots of people, right? Excuse my French. All right. Hey, oh, yay, no headache for Shay. No chair to the head. Whoop, whoop. Hey, Shay, you made it. I'm so glad to see everyone. I mean,
That laugh.
I want to see you. You felt like a girl. Oh, no, I almost just pat him. Oh, Lordy. Oh, no, I skipped ahead. Oh, no. Okay, let's just, I think I got everyone. Hey, Sheila. And wasn't it cool? Okay, I'm not going to lie. Oh, thank you. Oh, welcome. Thank you for, I mean, I'm not going to lie. I spent maybe like 4 hours working on that. I don't know what that says about me.
You spent 4 hours
I mean,
making
I'm not
proof
gonna
in the
lie.
pudding.
Okay,
Like,
before we get started, we gotta put down
One
some
of those
groundwork
was
because
like
we know
a
we're gonna end
thing
up
of
with, like,
acid
gold and
too.
all
It
that
wasn't
other
even pudding.
stuff. Did I put my groundwork?
Terry
There you go.
Lynn said that
Even if I love you,
Julie's
which I love all of
husband
you,
had a
did you
message
say something like kind?
in your chat. Did you see that?
no, I did not. What did it say?
Her husband would like for Muzz to stop reaching out to her family members, stop friend requesting them, and to stop calling the funeral home to let her rest in peace.
Yeah, that would be ideal, wouldn't it?
I mean, do we even need to watch any more of that, or is that good enough?
Who, me?
Yeah, I'm saying like I'm gonna like link this in the so you guys can like go watch it if you haven't watched that video. But Muzz literally called a funeral home.
Yeah, Anne made a Google Doc, contacted a co-worker. Well, she did contact the husband. She contacted a husband's employer to make sure that
She was really who she said she was. Like, it's none of your. And then, yeah, someone said it earlier. Like, she said it like maybe it was you. Like, she said it like she was doing everyone else a favor. She's like, I did it so you guys didn't have to. Like, don't worry, we weren't going to. You did something we weren't going to do. It's kind of like all of her community posts when she's being passive aggressive and then she finishes up like, I know no one will listen, but I gotta try. Like, no, actually, you don't. That's your problem. Like, no, the fuck you don't. You do not have to try. The only thing you need to try is you need to try to mind your own business once in a while.
exactly, and yeah, and exactly, she had some article for when the lady's son went to baseball practice or something, and a list of an extended family. Stacey had to redact it all. We done a stream about it, didn't we? And we had to redact it all. I forget what the stream was called.
I forgot what it was called too. I remember like I had to cover like every single thing on each sheet and just write a description of what it said underneath it. And it's like there's no way to prove that she did it without showing people this entire family's entire history.
Exactly. And then like I don't know what I get, obviously people don't like Jen Bailey, but like she literally like laughs at videos. I don't know, is this right? Right, the chat might know, but did she not laugh at a video of Jen Bailey in like a mental health facility or something? Or laugh at her being in one, or like bitch
She laughed
about-
about her being in jail or something like that. Maybe, I'm not sure.
like the lady's clearly spiraling. Like there's I feel like there's a line and these
I don't know much about what she gets onto like nowadays. So that's why we were gonna like
have
we're
people
gonna keep dropping the link if anybody that's familiar with what she's been doing recently. I know Heidi Blake was very upset with her yesterday. And
Yeah.
I didn't watch anything to know, like she said that she accused Heidi of making fun of people with cancer. And I don't know what she's talking about, but if I had to guess, she loves to say that whenever people make fun of the fact that her boyfriend has died 3 times. Like, no one's making fun of somebody having cancer. We're making fun of you for lying about your boyfriend dying 3 times.
Yeah, like she said that about me.
That's why we call him Lazarus. Like, we're laughing at you.
Or David Bowie, he played that part.
It just doesn't make sense. None of it makes sense. Like now she's saying she doesn't know if he's dead or alive, and she's like, oh, has he not died quick enough for you and stuff like that. And I ended up apologising, but now I feel stupid after listening to that latest stream and being like, I deleted the apology. I was like, right, no, this is BS. Like, true, Stina. What did she tag you about, Anne? In our community tab? And then she did try to put Real in jail as well.
She tried putting Real in jail and then was just like, well, I knew that if it wasn't a big deal that nothing would happen to him.
She teamed up with Roadhog, like the worst person in the internet.
Hugs, group hug.
Oh my god, she's such a liar. Like, see, honestly, like the stuff she's lied about, it's like crazy.
I can tell you that I've never once been tempted to send anybody a message that says group hug, let alone someone I supposedly can't stand.
Me neither. Well, I probably would say like group hug is a joke, but I mean, like, especially not someone I hate. I would never reach out to Roadhog. Like, even if somebody was like, oh, I'm going to like end his life, I wouldn't reach out to him because I know they're not going to.
Mermaid in the ICU does say she didn't laugh at Jen. She's one of the only ones that didn't. That's why I said I don't know about that because I haven't really. I don't know. Like, I'm not really familiar with Jen Bailey, and I don't really watch it. I've seen it because I talk to people that.
But then why is she sending Jen Bailey's friend Dropboxes about her, though? That's still an invasion, in my opinion. Like, if she really wanted to leave Jen Bailey alone, don't send a friend a Dropbox about her. You know?
She's not the most reliable source with terminal illnesses. However, if you do have one, she would like to exploit you even after you're gone.
Yeah, and do a race stream saying it's in your honor, and then literally like...
And telling anyone she doesn't like that they never even liked you.
Oh, I remember that. That was disgusting when she said that to me. I was like...
Because I called out her friend for her dirty dealings, she asked us to leave her alone as she has cancer. I said she is not the most reliable source with terminal illness.
Mine should got a daughter, Julie Virgo. Or
Yeah.
Exactly. When you criticize her ridiculous behavior, you're weaponizing cancer.
But isn't she, by like constantly saying that about her boyfriend every time she gets critiqued about like anything, and doing a full stream about it and like being like, this is what cancer looks like. Like, imagine having.
I mean, not to be morbid, but at this point, I could like say the same thing. You know, like you can't say anything about what I've done. My husband is dying. You know, like, he's not sick, but he's also not going to live forever because that's not a thing. So technically, I'm not lying.
Or was it Mermaid in ICU? I don't know. I just seen a screenshot recently from the some Reddit thing. Still an invasion, though, honestly. Like, that girl's got more Google Drives than probably Jackie Sunshine, and that's saying something.
I've always wondered how they didn't ever become friends, honestly.
They would be really good friends.
Yeah, I think they would be like the best of friends.
And
It'd be
Sherry,
interesting. It'd be interesting to see them on a stream together when, like, Jackie keeps talking and Muzz keeps trying to tell Jackie what she really means.
that would be funny. Jackie would be like, yeah, honey, yeah. Yeah, honey, you totally get it, yeah. Yeah, honey, yeah. No, honey, yeah. My cousin could do your eyebrows if you want.
I love my eyebrows. Thank you very much.
Well, I accidentally overshave mine, so they are kind of like Jackie's right now. That's why I've got my bangs covering them.
Hey, you're still in the same continent.
That's true. They're in different countries, but they're in the same continent. They're still in Europe. One's in England and one's in Scotland.
Anyways, I shouldn't be. You know, I don't like making fun of people's appearances. I should stop.
Same, sorry.
No, don't say it.
I'm gonna blame Julie. She's a bad influence on me.
Don't blame me, Stacey. Her friend didn't want her cancer details out there, or Sherry. I obviously won't share, like, but I've spoke to Sherry, and honestly, it's heartbreaking. Like, everything that went down thanks to us, and it's horrible. Like, I don't know. I don't want to comment on it because the daughter, like, reached out through my YouTube and apologised.
Aye, that was so bloody was.
And so I don't really want to go into the, you know, but I just felt like that was exploitative, and especially doing a race stream where it completely blew back in her face, saying that, you know, people of colour want to be called coloured and stuff like that. Like, that's not how that works. And it was like she was telling people of colour how to feel, and it just completely backfired. And doing that in someone's memory is just like...
Someone said that she was accusing Mandy of harassing her for over a year.
I've not seen Mandy in ages, but I highly doubt that.
Yeah, like,
Mandy's
not gonna, like, go bother you. Like, yeah, you come to her, she's gonna tell you to f off, but she's not gonna go bother you.
Did Muzz check herself into hospital when her camera slip pic was shown? Then 2 days later, she was back on her channel.
Yeah, well, like, I don't know, maybe she should go ahead and piss Mandy off. That'll be fun, Muzz.
Aye, just because Mandy called her out. But does anyone want to click the link and share your story about Muzz? This is the victim hotline, after all.
Yeah.
A true safe space.
A true safe space for everything that Muzz has done to you. I really do want somebody that's up to date on what's going on with it. Like,
yeah, me too.
Like, I know what she did to us, but we've told our story. We'll retell it if you want me to, because
Yeah, go Stacey.
Yeah, like,
you know, we were here, like, back. She calls us KJ people. Like, we were never anti KJ. We kind of just like drama, so we go watch everything.
yeah, like we just spoke about how, like, like how the anti-KJ people were weirdos. Like, we actually never were, like, anti-KJ people.
We just like over it with dinner, you know.
Okay, so like when we first met her, she obviously went by her real name, which we won't use because she'll cry like a little baby.
Yeah.
And
Yeah, she struck me for that. For
for using
that.
her picture, right? Or for her name?
No, for wait a minute, I'll get the video. She struck me for this. Wait a minute. I'll find it. This is the sort of crap I save. Wait a minute.
See, like my whole thing about is like I didn't know anything about 90 Day, and then someone was like, "You should go check out the 90 Day community." And the only thing I can tell you about the 90 Day community is that I have not learned one thing about the 90 Day show.
I need that to be fair. She struck me for that.
I mean, that's not even the like bad picture of her. Plus, she put a cute filter on it.
Yeah, and you couldn't even really tell like that's her completely anyway. Like our picture was out there before, so it's like it's not like it's never been out there.
Oh yeah, there's a lot of fun people in the 90 Day community. I didn't know anything about the show once I got over there, and I still don't know anything about the show.
I can't keep up. I'll be honest, I can't keep up.
I listened to lines of it and I was totally sickened.
My mum was raging me live about the cancer. She was just sickened by it. Because it just reminded her of my gran, and like, could you imagine like someone sitting there like that's going through it listening to that? Like, can you tell us what this is? This is cancer. And she did make it about herself, and it was supposed to be about empathy, but like,
So
Within my ass.
way back when we first met her, she added us all to an IG chat, right?
yes.
Like she's the one that started that, right? Because I've never started it. You know, I don't really do DMs.
I don't know, but I remember she did add us to a Discord.
Was it Discord? I thought it was Instagram.
There was two.
Oh. Well, I just know that it would be like midnight, and she was like, I need someone to get on the voice with me. And me and Kim were like, we got to go to bed. And she's like, it won't take long. And we were like, okay, but we're going to bed. And she would get so mad and then just like not talk to us for days, like she was like punishing us or something. And we're like, okay, weirdo, but we work. We're going to bed.
I think I remember that one time she did that, and I was like, can you just send a voice note about it? And I don't even remember what it was about.
And she's like, never mind, or something like that, because she wanted everyone to get on a voice call. And we're like, nah, we're good.
See, right, I don't know if you remember this, but I remember when she made a Discord chat, and she was talking about when Jessie was harassing Kim, and she was like, what we should all do is we should all tweet Jessie, no one likes you at the same time.
Yeah, we should all like poke at a girl who was also going through a mental breakdown and is unhinged and should be just left alone and ignored and left to like disappear forever.
Yeah, and then that would make us look like the most horrible people ever. It'd be like, no one likes you. And I feel like that was a deliberately manipulative.
Like, you know how everybody says we're mean girls? Like, we would literally look like mean girls if we did that to anyone. Just all tweet it out at the same time. Like, hashtag everyone hates you. Hashtag we wear pink on Wednesdays.
Exactly. Like, I don't know what she was thinking now. And that's the thing. It's like, I don't know.
And we're all like, no, I don't know if we should do that or not. I would love it if we had those, but like she used to delete her Instagram accounts. Like every time she'd get mad or like she'd get called out for something.
Do you want to drop the link again?
I think I pinned it.
Oh, did you pin that?
Nobody wants to come talk to us.
Click the
Who's this? Did they delete it? Needs a golden shower. Jennifer, don't talk crap about Jennifer. Right, where's the person that said I was just gonna there was
She likes to have
some
combos with herself via different stock accounts. I could see that.
does she really? I'm trying to find someone said something about just Jules, and I'm like, what's the point in that? This isn't about just Jules, so I don't know if that's it. Right, I'll just put them in timeout.
Kim can't see coins and capsaicin or
Yeah,
just.
I timed them out.
Oh, okay.
Can I just hide them?
I don't care if they're attacking Jennifer. Do whatever. Now, if they're attacking me, I don't care. I think it's funny.
Just Pimpin was hiding. Did you block them?
As long as they're not attacking anybody else in the chat, and they're like not being like homophobic or something, you can let them go. But if they're attacking people in the chat, get them out of here.
All right. Okay. Okay. Yeah. I just. Would you call
in
it?
fact, if you're in the chat just to argue with me, rewind it back to the beginning and watch my fucking 5-hour intro where I give you the instructions on how we handle shit on my channel.
I had that one that was saying about your private parts, just Jules.
There's private parts.
Just Jules.
So, like, this is a parody channel, and I make fun of people all day, so it's cool if you want to make fun of each other. Take your own picture and take it to make it look like theirs. As you can see, I'm pretending to be a witch. I am not a witch.
Yeah, you can make fun
But
of
I didn't steal a witch's picture to use it. Take your own picture, make it funny.
How did you make that? Because it looks really real.
I just used one of those AI things. So it's like, my hair's already blue. Well, it's not now because I've dyed it red since then. But my hair was already blue. And I was like, turn me into a witch.
That is so cool. I want to try that. That's cool. Wait, so Siwa's picture of a witch isn't actually Siwa?
I thought it was a budget.
Oh, I mean, I'm sure, like, I'm saying, like, I wouldn't have stolen her picture to pretend to be her. I'm going to make my own.
Oh, right. I know what you're saying. Because it is her, isn't it? I was thinking that because it is her. Right, okay.
That's what I do when I pretend to be Ma Hog in my videos. I dressed up as Ma Hog and took a picture like hers.
Yeah, it's like I dressed up.
It's funnier to make the joke your own than it is to just completely copy as a way to try and bully.
Yeah, I done that with Dina and Selfie Queen Sunday, and you did that with JJ too. Like, that's how you make it funny, and I think. Like, you even got the chin, everything.
But I wouldn't just, like, steal her picture and, like... No, like, be creative. Be a creative troll. Put effort into it.
Yeah.
True. So does anyone want to come up and share their story about what do you call it? Muzz. And Graham, do you know any of the recent stuff going on? Muzz. Oh, someone's up.
Hey, thanks for coming up.
Hi, thank you for having me. So the reason I wanted to come up, Muzz actually had put a post up yesterday directed at Maria and myself to basically say, I take it you didn't watch my stream last night. It was about empathy. And I was like, what is she talking about? So this other woman in the community, Geneva, who has also been very, very messy in the background for Siwa. She was the one that posted Brooke's son, her 8-year-old son, on Reddit in his underwear. She's the one, because he'd ran behind Brooke when she was on a stream and Brooke didn't know he was there. So she posted that. She also contacted our friend who is deceased. She contacted her husband to say, I hear you're a wife beater. Now, I've got proof of all this. Like, we have seen the evidence of this. So, of course, we were kicking off. I had plenty to say about this woman because I think it's foul. These women that go real life and do this shit, it's foul. So then Muzz decided to do this stream and put up a post for us to say, have some empathy. This woman has got a terminal, has got cancer. Now, I never watched her stream because I don't watch Muzz. I don't even look at her chat. I wouldn't even, it just doesn't happen. So, am I now right in thinking the stream she did the other night, she was saying, this is cancer. This is what it looks like. Is that what she was doing?
Yes.
Yeah, that's exactly what she was doing.
And that was the other night. And
Yeah.
that was for us. Well, Muzz, you've got a whole fucking world of hurt coming your way, love. How dare she? I spent 5 weeks in a hospice with my sister 4 years ago, watching her die very quickly of cancer. I've looked after cancer patients for over 20 years. How dare she ever come at me and try and educate me about cancer or healthcare in any way, shape or form? This is what's wrong with this fucking clown. She thinks she knows everything about everything. She thinks she's there to educate people. Muzz, educate yourself and sitting your arse down and minding your own fucking business. Honestly, she has now got a problem in her hands because I will not let up now. She's asked for this and I don't give a shit because these women are messy. And I won't need to go real life in her. I'll just drag her ass every fucking stream I do.
And like,
so
for her
sorry.
to think she knows everything, she needs to learn 2 things. The word no and the word stop are complete fucking sentences.
Yeah. I cannot believe how deluded this woman is. For her to come and say, have some empathy. I would have empathy for the woman if she wasn't, she was doing this shit while she had cancer. So that is not an excuse. When people are starting to call you out, you can't excuse your bad behaviour by saying, I've got an illness.
And showing you pictures.
Well, and can you imagine being like, after your friend passes away, like, her last wish was that I would get monetized.
How? This girl has got no self-awareness. I'm quite sure that woman was reflecting her life and maybe feeling sad about her family. And there's Muzz thinking that her last words were, God, monetize Muzz. Shut the hell up with that bullshit.
There is nobody out here whose my last wish would be that your channel got monetized. I am sorry to tell you.
Exactly. Like, your last wish would be like...
My last wish would be for more time. That's what my last wish would be.
Yeah.
Or maybe to do things differently, or see somebody you didn't get the chance to see, or say something you never get the chance to say. But it certainly wouldn't be, let Muzz get monetized. She is ridiculous.
Oh, and open her own Etsy shop and sell her crocheting. But someone mentioned what happened to a fundraiser for a women's shelter.
And it was also shared, and I seen it on Reddit. She said, I have never asked anyone for money. Well, she did ask for money. She asked for money to go and stay in a hotel nearby her sick boyfriend for when he would allow her to pop in to visit.
Because he didn't want her to meet his family.
Well, he was a clever young man.
Like, that ain't your boyfriend, sweetheart.
No, it's not.
No, and that is clever. It's just, she says that people are mocking cancer when they're asking, like, in my opinion, fair questions. Like, if it was me, right, and God forbid, like, you know, something was wrong with my boyfriend and there was these mixed stories and people had questions, I wouldn't go, oh, you're making fun of cancer. I'd be like, well, you know, I know it doesn't make sense. You know, he's been in and out of touch with me. I don't know what's happening here. Like, I'd say that, but like one minute she doesn't know if he's dead or alive. No, he died. Then she has to for a spell for
To bring him back?
no.
That would be one hell of a spell.
No, he like helped the cancer. So everyone's like, wait a minute, I thought he died, because everyone was like sending her condolences and prayers. And then she was like, no, he didn't go through with it or whatever. And then, you know, she was like taking everyone's condolences, just saying, hey Mandy, just saying knows more about that because she spoke to her a lot about it. Like, Justine told her that he was dying quite a few times. And so obviously people are going to ask questions. Then all of a sudden she's not in contact with him and she doesn't know if he's dead or alive, but he works in a restaurant. So it's like...
Well, and like her tweet about the whole like $188. Yes. No, she tweeted that unprompted and was like, imagine how that could change my life.
I know.
Okay, if I get up on Twitter and I'm like, man, my tire blew and I don't know how I'm going to get to work for the next 2 weeks until I get paid. Imagine how much $160 could change one person's life. Of course, people are going to be like, oh my God, is there any way I can help you? I don't want you to lose your job. That's me asking without asking.
Yeah, it's e-begging. It's e-begging, and that's what it is.
That's like me saying, like, because I'm trying to get a new phone, right? Because this one's haunted. That's like me saying, oh, listen, so £800 or like, what is it? £40 for a deposit or whatever, right? £800, say I buy it outright, might not be a lot of money for some people, but to me, it's a life-changing amount of money. I mean, obviously people would obviously people would think, oh well, she's wanting £800. You know what I'm saying? Like,
what is this wish list all about? She's got stuff on her wish list at $70. I'm a firm believer, if you would not do that for someone else, then don't expect other people to do it for you.
Exactly.
And she's got mannequins on there for what? What sort of Buffalo Bill type shit is going on here?
I told you she's going to crochet some Victorian dresses to go with the Victorian yarn dolls.
Oh, really? That she's still not done.
Still not donated.
This is what I mean. Like,
hey, look, Mandy is here. It's
hey, Mandy.
Her other harasser for a year, right?
So when Mandy, she came into my chat last night because we were calling out Geneva, and she was basically, she put another post up, I see it fell on deaf ears and all this bullshit. Like, Muzz, you are so irrelevant. Like, I don't even know you exist in YouTube, to be quite frank. Like, it's all I'm saying, that you're just irrelevant to me. And I have heard things about her, about the boyfriend. And right away I said, I'm not going to take advice about someone who's apparently got a sickness when her boyfriend's had more lives than a cat. And she said, but seriously, so
it's true though.
It is true. And then Mandy was like, so I said, what was the background? And people were saying, don't put out untruths. And Mandy said, no, it is the truth. And Mandy put a couple of facts there, and Muzz came in, oh, there's Mandy. And I was like, I believe Mandy 100%, because Mandy's character, she's not a liar.
No,
I know she's not a liar. It's not a character.
No.
And that's what I said. I was like, there's no way Mandy was harassing you, because Mandy's not going to go out of her way to go talk to you. So if she said anything to you, you came at her and did something stupid. And please continue doing that, because I would love to see Mandy really take you.
But you know what? Muzz is in good company with Siwa and Ginevra, because they all sing from the same hymn sheet. They do shit to other people, and as soon as the slightest thing comes back, it's like, I am a victim, woe is me, and I don't deserve this. Well, you get me.
Yeah, Jennifer is her other year-long stalker.
I like Siwa, because I said I don't support like Siwa's, well, it was basically a chat, because I went to the panel to defend, because Real was trying to make a point. I forget about Muzz. That was that about Muzz, because I know you and Real don't agree with things, but what she done to Real was wrong. And I don't know who it was. Was it Geneva?
It was Star.
That was it. And the chat was like so rude. She wouldn't let anybody get a word in. She was just being horrible. So I was like, no, I'm done with that chat. Like, I'm not going back there. Like, I don't support it. Honestly, you'd think that I literally like insulted our full family and doxed her or something, the way she was carrying on. And my chat were just saying things, and she was like, oh, your chat were so horrible. All my chat was saying was agreeing with my points and saying, like, yeah, our chat's rude and stuff like that. Like,
look, Julie, she did the same thing to Mandy when Mandy confronted or told her to tell the truth on Siwa's panel. She pretended to have a breakdown.
Yep.
That's what she did to us. She was like, I'm going into the hospital. And I think later she pretended like she had to go to the hospital because she was just sick. And like the whole breakdown never happened.
I'm absolutely blown away, though, that a white woman thinks that she can tell anybody of colour how they should experience or feel about things. And I am mind blown that she did that.
She did it in memory of our friend that passed. That's what's the kicker. Like,
oh, God.
How horrible is that? Like, if someone done that in memory of me, like, I'd literally haunt them.
Well, that's what I was thinking. I was thinking that a better friend was screaming for the other side, unsub.
Aye, that's what I'm saying. Like, who would do? And she literally thinks she knows. I remember, she said to me, she was like, Christ Conflict's the most privileged black man. She knows, and I'm thinking, how the hell do you know that? Like, you're white. You don't know anything about.
That's unbelievable. That is really. I mean, that I am embarrassed for her. And you know what? She might have an education as such, but she has got no life experience.
No.
Whatsoever. There's a way to handle yourself and a way to approach people and a way to approach subjects. And she just comes in with both feet swinging, and it just backfires on her. She just needs to shut up. Exactly, Mandy. She just doesn't need to comment on anything like that.
She doesn't.
Trying to educate people about cancer. What does she know about cancer that she's not looked up and Googled?
She Googled cancerous cells and was like, can someone tell me what this is? And she was like, oh.
And what is this?
And what is this? And
it's cancer.
It's almost there. Yeah, it's cancer. And it was like, where'd Dan go? Fellow Glaswegian.
Mm-hmm.
But my God, she's something else. I was saying, we were talking about, she said to you just saying several times about her boyfriend, like every time you try to no confront her about something. I don't know, you're better at explaining it, but
Jennifer, you had me for a second. Sorry.
Guys.
Did you see what she wrote?
Oh, she's taking the piss out of Muzz.
And then she's like, hey guys, what's up?
Gotta take a break. But seriously, so every time Justine would like talk to her about something or confront her about something that maybe Muzz didn't like to hear, she'd be like, no, I've got to go. It's the last goodbyes and all this stuff. And it's like, well, first of all, that's a manipulation tactic.
So pretend fashionista says we need a palate cleanser again.
All right, okay, let's go for it.
Lady up in the right hand corner some advice, and she had all the answers.
Okay.
So watch the dog, Abby, because you're gonna hear a fart. Okay. And let me know, give me a thumbs up if you can hear it, okay, Biz?
Mm-hmm.
The best option I thought was having an open panel and working through problems, but maybe it's not. You can't whenever, like, really when my
Let's slow it down. Okay. Hold on.
I did feel
Right.
like
Okay. Here we go.
like really when my friends up here earlier, like I did feel like stop it. That's not gonna work. Like the best option I thought was having an open panel and working through problems, but maybe it's not. You can't whenever.
I think I rewound it.
Really, when my earlier, like I did feel like
Oh my god. Muzz. And she denies it every time.
She said it was her dog.
Aye, she said it was her dog. Like, Jesus. But I want to know like what's the latest shenanigans I Muzz other than the cancer stream. That was not our dog, exactly, Dom. That was not our dog.
Man, I did find your stream. Did you want to watch some of it where we redacted all those screenshots?
Aye, all right. If you want to play it, aye, in case people haven't seen it. That was wild. Oh, when my roots were done.
Your hair looks fine now.
Thank you.
I can't hear it. Can you guys hear it?
No.
No. Unless her dog was wearing the earbuds, exactly. But that shocked me. Like, I don't know who my mum thought I was talking about originally when I was telling her about it, and then I showed her it, and she was like, "No, I told her about who it was," and she was like, "What the?"
And let's not forget when she did this stream, she was super proud of it. She made a campy opening and was like, "The proof is in the pudding."
And I
to
like,
talk about the passing of somebody whose death she had to verify.
exactly, and it's like, even obviously, like, you know, with the Todd thing going in Hog's channel and stuff like that, like it was just, it's, if people were doubting it, they would have kept it to themselves. Like, in my opinion, I think she wanted her not to be, and she wanted to break the news, you know, and wanted to get the clicks and the views and the monetization, because you know, last wish and all that. She's twisted, but so she has a full-on Google Drive, okay, on Julie G.
And this is only just like 8 random shots that we were sent by somebody.
Exactly, and she sent them to people. So she's got her sock accounts down, right? So she's got her sock. she's got her known socials down to her MySpace. MySpace. She's got her Twitter.
And when did MySpace?
The MySpace gets me every time.
Every single time. And you're like, you get me the way you said it, because you're like, MySpace? Like, who even has MySpace?
That was before my time. Like, I never even had a MySpace.
I'm kind of like in between it, because it was like the kids younger than me really got into MySpace. And then I got into Facebook later. I never really, like, I had a MySpace, but I never really like did anything with it. But some people, like, I guess they did, but no, like, it's way before your time.
Yeah, and she literally, it's like daughter, son. Then she's got the article about the son's team event. She's got addresses. She's got the state Facebook account. She's got all these family members, distant relatives, friends. Like, how did she find out that information? And how did she even find out the funeral home in the first place? And then this is what annoys me, right? See, I was like, oh, it was a year ago. Who cares? Like, if she's going to do it once and not be, and if she's sorry about it, when has she ever really shown remorse for that? She's going
That's
to do
the
it
thing.
again.
Somebody said that. They're like, how far back do we have to keep going to talk about what people said or did? Well, as far back as we have to, if they've never, one, taken accountability, which she hasn't. She sits here and pretends like it never happened and tries to like gaslight the shit out of us. And two, they show changed behavior. If that doesn't happen, we keep talking about it. It's not like she came out and she's like, yeah, I don't know what I was thinking. I shouldn't have done it. I did do it. I have no really good excuse for it. I'm really sorry. And then she never did something like that again. But we can tell from what, like, Jen Bailey's son, I guess it was, or somebody, friend, I don't know. She is still going too deep into people's lives.
Yeah.
Doing stuff, doing the most, like doing too much.
And that's someone that she's apparently telling people to leave alone. Can you imagine what she's doing to people that she's going after?
Oh, I can't imagine what her Google Drive must look like of all the people she hates.
It's like it's unhinged. She's not changed, and I guarantee, give it a year, something else will happen. She'll do something else.
And the thing is she's like, she tries to paint it like we're all talking to each other and that we're all just like in on this together. No, there are people that have never talked to each other at all that all have the same experience with what Muzz has done.
I know, like tonight, like a lot of these people. Oh, there's AZ. A lot of these people. Good to see you, AZ. A lot of these people we've no like spoken to and same experience. I just feel like she's just a dark human being. She's just. What was that? Hello? What was that?
Oh, I was trying to do something on the computer and I didn't mute myself quick enough.
All right. I was just going to check in case you put anything in our community tab.
Oh, no, we are repeating ourselves. You will not be lost, AZ. They're asking us to tell us about the history of Muzz again because a lot of them hadn't heard it yet. So you can absolutely click the link. We're just now on the Google Drive.
Click that link. Right, so she shared our Discord link, and I kind of want to go into it to show you the rooms I've heard about. But I think I've got screenshots. I'll talk about it. It's public anyway, right? Wait till it's so
Muzz even tried to set me up in the argument between Christ Conflict and Real. Christ Conflict sent me crazy message, but Muzz only had what he said and not my response.
Oh yeah, that's right. Hey,
Hey!
Hi.
Ziggy!
I'm so glad I'm here. Everyone's like, click the link, click the link. You guys miss me or something? Do you miss me or something?
Of course, they
Well, I
must.
got Muzz is back up to her same old shit in her new community, so like they want to know what we know about her.
Okay, what's her new community? I need to know that first.
The 90-day community is where she
Ugh.
spends most of her time.
Well, I'd like to give my condolences to the 90-day community because y'all have no idea what you're in for, okay?
Now I want to rewrite like the Fresh Prince song for her now that I said it like that.
She's
The
diabolical.
90-day community is where she spends most of her days.
On the playground. Yeah. She literally, she's a character. Don't believe anything she says. She's a perpetual victim. She calls funeral homes. She'll call and check on your animals, you know? She'll call your mom. She'll call your dad. She'll call you. Hide your kids. Hide your wife. Muzz is coming, okay? Guaranteed.
Stacey, I sent you a screenshot of the Discord rooms. It's actually like unhinged. The stuff she wants out of people.
Okay.
So you're reading people, the screenshots from when she contacted Julie G's deceased husband's friend. Is that what I see up here?
Yes.
Oh, fun.
I'm going to speed it up though, because
I like too much. Oh,
completely end, because I feel like it's been a long time.
honestly, I don't even know I was MSN. Was that MySpace? I don't know. I don't even think I was on MySpace, so it was a while. But I wasn't really allowed in social media until like 13. But it's, I mean,
You never had a MySpace, Julie? You're that young, huh?
But you know, MySpace. So she got her daughter's Twitter, right? We've redacted it. She got her son's Twitter and Facebook. Son Facebooked an article from school sporting event.
Yes, there was an article from the school. I was like, what the fuck?
I never even noticed that. I never clicked any of the links. Oh my god.
Kids' school event. Why would she need that?
Mom says hi, Izzy. So she was shouting there. She must just say thanks for the skincare regime.
Oh, you're welcome. I'm so glad that it worked out good for you. It makes me happy.
I look 20 years younger.
What'd she say?
She looks 20
years younger.
Oh, girl. I'm so happy for you. I really am.
So somebody sent us a screenshot of the rooms in Muzz's Discord. And some of them include pain relief suggestions.
Yep.
Children with mental illness. Children with disabilities. Terminal illness. Grief. Applying for disability. Illness and significant others.
You're
Parenting.
kidding.
No.
Like, you're making this up, right?
I am not making this up.
It's public. It's in our community tab. Andy can go in and see it.
Stacey, let me just say this. If I had to make a satire of what rooms Muzz would have in her Discord, that is what I would say.
I don't even know if I would be funny enough to make up some of these. Like if I were to put this in my parody of her that I did weeks ago, I don't know that I would have thought to be this funny.
Scary though, she's getting like people's trauma and it's like she thrives off it. Like that's so unhinged.
Yeah. Like her boyfriend who died like 3 times, that she'll just not admit that she lied about it.
Oh no,
Who does that?
apparently she's done a full stream last night.
If you talk about that, you're making fun of cancer.
I know. Remember she left that comment on my video? She's like, you're doxing a cancer patient. I'm like, where? Give me a timestamp. I asked her, this is what you have to do with people like her. Show me facts and evidence. Leave me the timestamp of where that happened. And what happened next, you guys? Dun, da, 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 she deleted her comment because she couldn't answer it because it didn't happen. Anyways, so go on. Were there more rooms? Read the rest.
Can you see that? I was just going to show you. Can you see that?
Barely. I'm on my phone, so.
So, children with mental illness, children with disabilities, terminal illness, grief, crafting, applying for disability. Is she a welfare rights officer? I studied that lesson. I don't know the American stuff. Anyways, travel, illness and significant others, illness, I'm guessing. Travel, upcoming streams, parenting, pets, chronic pain, mental health.
Did you say parenting?
Yes.
I too offer parenting classes as a non-parent. If anybody would like to sign up.
Me too.
I love because I love taking parenting advice from people who are not parents. So that's great.
Yeah.
I have lots of unsolicited parenting advice ready to go, guys.
Yeah, well, she doesn't need to be a real parent because she's an empath and she knows everything about everything. So she obviously would be the best parent ever because of that reason.
But I thought she didn't keep up with the anti-KJ community, but it says anti-KJ updates. Commentary community updates, Lol Cow community updates.
Look what she named her channel for whenever she like puts her own stuff out.
What?
Local community updates.
Oh,
she is a locale. You know, locales never realize that they're the locales. Like, and that's the best part about locales because they think everyone else is a locale, but really they're a locale.
exactly. No, trauma bonding, exactly. And then the thing about Muzz is...
And you don't need to be telling any internet strangers, like, your child's mental health or stuff like... You don't need to be sharing that. Like, not with Muzz. Not with Miss Canada.
No.
No. Like, what is wrong with this girl? So anyways, did you guys do this? So like what happened? So some people
She's like
from
Miss Canada, U.S. Attorney of Law or something.
So you guys basically, you realize that some people in the 90-day community are starting to realize who she is? Is that what's happening right now?
She accused a lot of them, I guess, recently of like making fun of cancer because...
Oh my God.
That's what she does.
She did a stream, was it last night? I don't know. She did a stream about cancer, right? And Stacey, you up for showing the beginning of it? Because she's like, can you guys
send me the link? Because I'm not going to go look for it. I'll definitely show it. But I'm lazy.
I didn't even know she still streams and shit. Like, I have no idea. If I were her, I would be so embarrassed. I would never show my face around here again. But hey, here we are.
Show her face, so...
What a face.
Yeah, that's what people like her do. They're like, oh, you're calling me out on my lies, so obviously you're making fun of cancer patients when really that has nothing to do with anything.
And you're like, no, I'm making fun of you because you're a liar and you suck at it.
Yeah.
Like, if you want to be a liar, you got to at least be good at it.
Yeah, she can't even remember her own lies. It's pretty ridiculous.
She literally said that she's no longer in touch with her boyfriend, you know, the one, right? And that she doesn't know if he's alive or dead, but he works in a restaurant. So how can she can contact a funeral home, but she can't contact someone of him, like she can't contact the restaurant or contact someone he knows to find out if he's alive or not.
That's such bull. That poor bastard was probably played dead just to get away from her.
Lord
forgive me.
Well, and I guess now apparently she's saying like he works at a restaurant. Because that's what a terminally ill person, the kind of job that a terminally ill person would take, right?
Yeah, I've worked at lots of restaurants in my day, and I cannot imagine somebody who is terminally ill working at a restaurant. That's a high energy job. So, yeah.
Seriously, the thing is,
Have you not got that, Jill, at the beginning there?
I sent Stacey, I can't even work in I could work in a restaurant, but I just can't be a waitress because I've got naturally shaky hands, right? So see, when I'm under pressure, it's worse. So I'm like, no one lets me get their drinks at the bar.
I can
So
picture
I'm like,
Julie carrying the soup over, like, here you go, here's your soup. Actually,
I
one of
know,
your
and it goes all over. Like, honestly, I was so bad at driving. They literally were like, right, that's the issue. Your hands are shaking so much, your wheel's going a bit dodgy. So I had to like learn. I went through 5 driving instructors. They were like, you just need to really sort of hold it really tight, try and stuff like seriously. So I mean, restaurants, and I done a
See,
brief.
and I was
Well-
saying, like, there's no way I could do it now. Like, I do not have the kind of energy that requires,
Oh.
and I'm not sick. So, like, there's no way.
Yeah, and plus, get this, the dude who did my C-section, first of all, real quick side note here. Speaking of shaky hands, my doctor was not around to do my C-section, so they had to call in like an emergency, emergency guy or whatever. He was like 105 years old. I'm obviously exaggerating, but his hands were mad shaky. Like he walked in the room to introduce himself, and his hands were shaking. And when he walked away, when the lady was coming in to put the epidural in my back or whatever, like I turned to my daughter's father and I'm like, did you see his hands shaking? And he's like, nah, I didn't notice. But later on he told me, he's like, yo, that guy's hands was shaking crazy. And I'm like, he's like, I didn't want to say nothing. Luckily he cut straight, but like I swear to God, Julie, his hands was shaking like yours. You say yours too.
That's why I wanted to be a nurse at one point, but thank God, I suppose that never happened.
Julie, are you trying to get me back for that 3-minute intro? Because what?
Why do I look shiny? I look like Radiant Brit. I'm all like shiny.
You definitely don't look like Radiant Brit.
My forehead's shiny. I'm over here looking like Radiant Brit. Excuse me.
Oh my God, we went. She like. No,
I was making a joke.
I didn't mean literally the start. I didn't mean an intro.
Because we are not watching
Oh.
the intro that I made fun of.
Respect, laughter.
Afternoon, good evening, wherever you are. How are you? How are you? I hope you guys had a good day. This was sort of impromptu, but give me a second. I have to do something. Oh, that's interesting. There we go. How was your day? Hey, Diane, how are you? Hey, Drazo, hey, Graciela. Hey, Fight Like a Girl, my love. Hey, Scrawlin. What time is it there? Hey, Peace and Cues. How's everyone feeling? How was your day?
Well, she's about to ruin your day.
So I guess I'm going to start off with not really petty, but just I want to make this really clear. I think I might have to every stream. Hi, Jules. I know you're watching. This is not about you. Believe it or not, this topic is way more important than you or even me or anyone here individually. I may refer to you, but it's not about you. Okay. Just thought I'd put that out there. Make sure it's real fucking clear. Hey, Rosie. You're so pretty every time I look at you. It's for the scrolling. Go to bed. I mean, I love you, so stay, but you need to sleep. You're beautiful. By the way, have you ever noticed the back of your guinea pig looks like a face? Like this thing looks like a face.
I maybe fast forward
like at
just
the
a wee
bottom.
bit.
Did you ever realize that, Lee? Or
Sorry.
Is that why you have the photo and I'm stupid?
That laugh.
I know the laugh.
Is that what we were watching it for?
If you try to speed it up and if you ever put her on like 1.75 speed, she's like, I can't do it. It's crazy. She's got so much going on in her background. Are those coffee beans? Are those gold coffee beans? Like what's happening here? And Muzz's background on the stream. There's so much happening. It's such a Muzz background.
Do you like her background?
No. I don't.
What do this one? It features our cats.
Julie, you, yo, you really have this. This is too funny. The Muzz victim hotline. Stop it. I love how Bobby Cat's like covering my face.
Yes.
That's hilarious.
My cat's the one sitting like a human.
My cat's the one being forced to wear a rabbit costume. I was making her be the Cadbury bunny.
My cat sits like the most Scottish cat ever. Like you can tell just by looking at the way my cat sits that it's Scottish.
It's got a willy and it's called she.
It's got a willy, but we call her a she because we thought she was a she, but you can see her wee balls in that picture. Anyway, sorry.
And you see what I was saying earlier about like you can make fun of somebody, but don't just steal their picture. Just make your own, but funnier.
That's hilarious.
What's in the mouth? A bullet?
Well, that's what she has in her mouth, but my bullet has flames on it because I'm cooler than her.
Oh, so it's like a bullet blunt.
Yes.
I do have a cat anagram, so please respect her pronouns. Thank you.
That overlay you just threw up.
Oh, it was great, wasn't it?
Put it back, please. I didn't get to finish looking at it. Put it back up.
If you look closely, you can see Lily's balls. That's the white thing.
Safe spaces.
I got my little stripper pole girl dancing and pants for some reason. Who knows?
I don't know why
Oh
she's
my
got yoga
God.
pants.
It's
Stacey,
so funny.
why is Muzz got yoga pants in hers? That's my question.
I have no idea. Like, I have no idea.
Who knows? She must
Actually,
really
someone
like them.
told me once. I think Villanova. I saw her in here.
Oh my God.
Villanova, if you
so
were still
funny.
in here, remind me why she has the pants. She told me there is a reason she has pants. And there's also a reason for the stripper, but I don't remember either.
So funny. All right. Thank you.
It's too distracting. Like, I can't.
It's like I said, it's a lot going on. That I can't believe you have the overlay. It's hilarious.
I spent a good, 4 minutes of my lunch break today working really hard on that.
I love it.
I was like, Stacey, please can I add the cats? Our cats.
She did. She added our cats. We because I did have dogs down there that I just pulled off Canva like Muzz did. And Julie's like, no, we need to put our cats on there.
Muzz is the Canva queen.
That's what I did. I just made a whole bunch of Pix art off of Canva.
The golden coffee bean speaks volumes, actually.
Oh, it wasn't Villanova that knew. I'm sorry.
She told me that
petty leggings.
She told me that when I was telling her when we were talking about ADHD, and she was basically yeah, you probably do have it. And I was like, yeah, because when I take coffee, I could sleep, basically. Coffee just does nothing for me. She was like, yeah, I could drink a gallon of coffee and sleep. Why she get coffee beans in?
She likes to sleep.
Maybe.
No, she, I don't know. I've heard that before too. Remember how I told you, back when I was an opiate addict, I took them because it helped my ADD. It helped calm my brain down. So sometimes opposite things can have an effect on you that actually help you. So maybe, just maybe she could be right.
Did you see
even
the,
a broken
commercial?
clock is right? Huh?
Did you get a chance to see the commercial that Julie made for me?
No, I haven't been around. I would love to see it.
We advertised with the commercial making fun of a different creator who also did a hotline to ask how a creator hurt people.
Oh,
yeah.
I have to check it out.
So we made a commercial like his, and it's super annoying. My husband messaged me and he was like, I don't know what you just put up on your channel, but I cannot watch it. It's hurting my... He's like, the chicken noises are annoying. And when he said the chicken noises, I died.
The funeral home victimizer. That shit's hilarious, but the chicken noise is a little much.
It's
He
not a
messaged
lie.
me, he's like, I can't listen to the chicken noises. And I was like, chicken noises? What the hell are you talking about?
You didn't notice the chicken noises? It's like quack quack. Not quack quack.
Laugh. That's
It's
what
her laugh. It's her
I
laughing.
had to make duck noises.
It's her laughing on a loop.
Yo, that's her laughing? Shut up.
Yes. Yes.
Yo, it really sounds like you dubbed in like chicken noises. Like it really does.
No, that's her laughing on a loop.
Yeah, that's
I would not have figured that out. That's crazy.
He was like, the chicken noises. And I was like, what chicken noises? I didn't put any chicken noises in it. No, it's her
Yo, it
laugh.
really sounds.
that,
really-
and then I put the tune in. So it's
I totally heard chicken in there. Definitely. The remix.
Oh, and then she's got a new wish list out for Amazon. And she's
Okay,
asking
what's
for,
on it?
like 500 puppy pads. And
Bitch,
it's
buy
like,
your own puppy pad.
well, and like, I don't think, like, maybe take them outside once in a while.
That
That would be
requires
cool.
like actually getting off the internet and going outdoors, so probably not. It's easier to like I don't understand those puppy pads. Okay, puppy pads are just that. They're for puppies. You're not supposed to like make it a lifetime thing here.
Well, and then
Unless you're wheelchair Rapunzel.
she had like 3 or 4 backdrops, and I'm like, girl, just ask for a green screen. Like,
You don't even need a green screen. I actually, you know what I have? I haven't used it yet or tried it because I am the world's greatest procrastinator, but I bought a green sheet to hang on my wall, and as long as it's lit right, like, I got it at Joann Fabrics, you know what I'm saying?
like I have a green screen. I could throw up any of the backgrounds that she's trying to get people to buy her if I wanted to.
Yeah, I want a screen because my background's crap.
Well, it'll be somebody's dying wish to get her a green screen, I'm sure.
Now that
Yeah.
she's monetized and she can have like, I heard that she put out instructions on how to gift memberships in one of her streams, or maybe on her community tab.
Oh my god. That's tacky. I'm sorry. That's tacky. That's such a Muzz thing to
Showcasing the
do.
Silence of the Lambs. Okay, yeah, she put like mannequins
Where? Mannequins?
on
What?
on her wish list.
Yeah, it's creepy.
What? What is she trying to do? Like Home Alone or something? Like in the window? Like what do you need mannequins for as a streamer? Like what are you doing? What are you doing, Muzz? Why do you need mannequins, Muzz? That's weird. That's weird.
It's super weird.
What is going on over there? Mannequins? What the hell? Oh, let me guess. She probably like sews or freaking knits sweaters or something. I don't know. Who knows? That's weird.
It's
Maybe
like
she just needs a
like
friend. I
puppy
don't know.
pads.
You know who else like mannequins? Jeffrey Dahmer.
I
That's
think it was Kim that was like, "What in the Buffalo Bill is this?"
Yo.
Just be like
Hysteria.
backdrops. Like, just get a green screen.
Jeffrey Dahmer like mannequins, Muzz. Just saying.
But she
And then
doesn't
look,
show her
there's, like-
face, so what's the point?
Look at all these like camera and phone stands.
How many stands do you need?
That's what
How
I
many? How many do you need? Like, I have one, and the other one I would prop up inside of like a hair tie bucket. Like, yo, there are ways to make it work.
Yeah.
You don't need 17 freaking things. Jeez.
Well, a cheap ass ring light usually has a thing in the center of it that will hold your
Yeah.
fucking phone.
Yeah, actually, you know what? My ring light died, but I still have the stand because I'm cheap. The
Yeah,
stand.
and it holds your phone.
Yeah, exactly. So I just keep it. Unless she wants a mannequin to hold it for her. I don't know what she's doing over there, but that's kind of concerning.
Well, she's been knitting yarn dolls for children.
So
and
I was
shelters.
right. It is for knitting, probably. Then who knows? It's
Well,
still
she's
weird.
not gave them away. I think it was pretty much she does all these charity things and then doesn't do them apparently. But yeah, you should see the intro
I'm
of that.
just saying, like, and I'm not trying to be mean, but I'll tell you what I said. How many kids nowadays do you know that want a doll made out of yarn?
I don't want anything made out of yarn.
It's a germ carrier.
Listen,
Like, it's a
Oh,
germ
don't
spreader.
Afghans and shit, like, ugh, yeah, your toes get stuck in them, they're itchy. All right, don't send me any Afghans. Don't knit me nothing. All right. Remember? Oh, speaking of knitters, remember my ex mod Jessie? She used to knit sweaters and try to sell them for like $300.
Yes.
Yeah. Hey, Dom.
Well, I'm not a dog. I'm a bee.
Oh, I thought you were Dom because he's always
Oh no, this is he actually Dom copied me. I'm the original bee.
Oh, you're the original bee. My bad.
I am the bee that Muzz loves to hate and loves to judge.
Well,
She
welcome.
talks to me. She talks to me in her diary all the time.
You
Did
mean
you
her
hear in that
street
clip
cat?
that you played? She's like, Jules, I know you're watching this. Fun fact, that is the first video that I have watched of Muzz in a very long time. And that's because people said that she went cuckoo for Cocoa Puffs at the end, screaming and going nuts. It's like, Muzz, really? I thought she's the calm one and she's supposed to tell us all how to act. You were very
she's the voice of
erratic, ma'am.
reason.
Cancer one. Was that the cancer one?
Yes, at the end, she gets very, very upset. Very upset, and she screams. I think that is where you guys have it the loop, right? Is that where you got the loop of her making the noise for the thing?
No, that's her laughing.
Oh,
Yeah,
no. You
I
can hear
just
the
recorded.
scream. She
I
gets very
recorded her maniacal laughter one time, and I just put it on a loop.
Yeah,
You know what you need to capture? Capture her growling, yelling at Julie G. Remember how she was like, ugh, remember how she started growling at her? You need to clip that.
I don't know.
So that's
why
just
that
Jules.
Muzz
Is this
feels-
just Jules? I can't see any names.
Yes,
Is this
I am just Jules.
Okay,
I am
okay.
just
I'm
Jules.
just checking.
That is me. She loves to be able to, she feels that she is the moral compass of our community. She feels that everything that she says is the way to go. There is no way but Muzz's way, and that's it. And I tell her she needs to go away. She right now, her and that creepy little friend of hers, Cooch, they are recording my private IG lives and they're playing them on there and they're picking them all apart. Even stuff when I talk about family functions and stuff. Is that not creeper? I don't know. I think Muzz wants that mannequin thing so she can make a skin of me.
Maybe.
Just a thought.
I wouldn't be surprised. Yeah, Muzz used to bash people for doing stuff like that to her, but now she does it. Okay, good to know.
Yeah.
Good to know.
So what I tell them is my special little thing, and I know all of you moon blinkers and stuff, I know you guys are all watching, but now I am going to give a special shout out to all of you people in the chat, because what I do is I dox Muzz every single time. I dox Siwa, I dox Cooch, and everyone. You want to keep playing my private lives that I never post and they're on IG? Well, then I'm going to give you guys proper shout outs, and I'm going to keep doing it. So that's what I tell her every time. So in fact, yesterday's live, I brought up Muzz's Facebook and I had that be the backdrop and we watched that the whole time. So yeah, if they want to keep poking their nose into my shit, I'm gonna do that every time. In fact, Cooch, yours is tomorrow.
Uh-oh.
I have it all planned. I mean, because they want to cover me, so I'm gonna make it worth their while. And I'll like, in fact, Geneva, the one that she was yelling about trying to get grace for and stuff in that video, I believe that Geneva was talking about my ex-boyfriend that's in prison just yesterday. She's a very sweet woman and we should just leave her alone. In fact, you saw the pimp shit and everything. I'm sorry for swearing. In your chat, they follow me everywhere. I'm sorry about that. You guys saw them earlier. There's people using my picture and whatnot. But no, Geneva and Muzz's friends, they feel that they can like dive into everybody's backyard. But then when you poke into theirs, then they cry victim and they get all upset and they scream.
They do.
But I love hearing that Muzz was like this in a whole other community. So it's nothing. It's not about us. It's about you, Muzz. I don't even know these people. I'm a first timer.
Muzz tried to get a black man locked up.
Oh, I remember that. I don't like that guy either. I am the one that found homes for several of his cats, and he turned around and was an asshole to me. So there's that. So I don't agree with what she did, but I don't like him. So
Yeah. Oh yeah. You don't have to like him, but yeah, she lied about that too, and she's a lying liarson. First of all you need to know about her is she called a funeral home. That's really it.
And that was none of her business. That was
not just a funeral home, but she contacted that man's like friend from work who didn't even know Julie that well and was like, I just want to make sure that your friend's wife is actually dead.
Didn't she contact her husband as well?
Yes, and like he blocked her, so that's why she contacted the friend. Like,
right,
a block means stop. It doesn't.
You know why she did it though?
Find another way.
She did it because she didn't want people to bother the family, but she was the only one who bothered the family. Make it make sense.
That's what I was saying earlier. Nobody was going to do that.
Except for her.
Nobody was planning to. She's like, I did it, so you guys didn't have to. Ma'am,
I
will never go pull up nobody's personal shit up here. I will never contact anybody's family. I'm never going to do any of that.
Nope.
No.
Nobody I know was going to do
nobody
any of that.
had to. And then so respectfully made a video that said proof in the pudding. That's
really my God.
With some cute ass pictures on it. She's like, here, let me put some little cartoons. I'm going to put in a few jokes.
Yo, she went hard on that Canva intro in that video for sure. She did. She put a lot of time. She even said, I put a lot of time into this.
She did.
When was the first fart? When was that first fart?
I think it was actually the one with AZ and Little Red.
Yeah, how long ago was that?
Oh God. Like
I play farts on my stream all the time in honor of Muzz because I didn't know she's a repeat offender though.
It was the dog.
It was never the dog, Muzz. You're a repeat offender. You know it. You are our little farter. I do it all the time and she gets all upset.
That's hilarious. How often does Muzz stream? I didn't even know Muzz was still around. Honestly, like I've been so out of the loop. Like I can't even believe she still shows her face around here after everything she did. But does she go live a lot?
She's doing, I think, fun trivia tonight.
Oh, fun. Huh.
Isn't that exciting? Well, back to the wish list really quick. Yeah, the puppy pads, that's crazy. But those things for holding her, why does she need something from around her neck? Is she that interested in the internet that she has to hang her phone around her neck while she walks around the house? You know what I mean? Because that's what that thing was, like to go around her neck and have the phone.
It's literally called a long arm lazy bracket.
Lazy bracket. Operative word being lazy.
To her face, like
you know what I'm doing right now? I'm holding my phone with my hands.
Right? But no, this is the way she can get into everything all day long and still do stuff.
Yeah.
Not take her dog outside.
Nope. Just use the puppy pad.
She struck me for this, right?
That's crazy.
Oh, she struck me for all kinds of shit, but she never wins.
Didn't she try to get you for a thumbnail?
Yeah, so I had a thumbnail and she struck it down. She gave me a copy of it. No, I forget what she said I did. Anyways, what I did was I took the thumbnail down before it expired because I had a certain amount of time to do it or whatever, and I changed it to something even worse. I was like, hey, Muzz, hope you like my new thumbnail, bitch. It was a horrible, it's a photo of her. It was actually a horrible photo of her. Like, she was holding her phone like this, you know what I'm saying? You know how you got chins? I got chins, we all got chins, whatever. But it was a really bad angle, and it was the only photo I think that exists of her out there, and she was pissed. So now I duplicated it. It's like 900 photos of her all the way across the thumbnail, and she was not happy.
Is it the one with pink hair?
Yes, I believe
That's
she has
the
like
one that
future
I have
hair.
as a membership emoji. So
Oh,
we can
no
have
way.
Muzz. Yeah, I
That's
put
the
it up
only
there.
photo I've ever seen of her, I think, anyways.
Yeah, that was a camera slip, which is completely fair use. I mean, I had a camera slip, and Siwa Moon, the moon blinker, she puts it in every one of her thumbnails. So
What's up with her? Speaking of Siwa Moon, I've seen a couple of tweets about her today that she's getting what she deserves or something. What's the deal with her? What happened with her? Anybody know?
she's like Muzz. That's why Muzz is over there. They're very, very similar. They're both busybodies.
Yeah.
But I'm
Makes
not
sense.
sure exactly what she's getting. I do know that 90 Day on Blast, Brooke is kind of been coming for her. I'm not sure what exactly, if there's anything fresh.
Yeah.
I think somebody
I mean, I know
said
people
that.
are coming for Amber, but not necessarily Siwa at the moment.
I think somebody said that someone was talking about like what the weather's like where C was at or something.
Oh yeah, where the struggle bus lives. Yes, that's on my overlay. We have the Siwa Moon struggle bus.
So speaking of Siwa Moon, there's a whole like Kiwi Farm section dedicated to Siwa Moon, and it's pretty in depth and it's pretty terrifying, to be honest with you. I mean, I don't know if y'all have ever seen it. Kiwi Farms is like a website that has like the scoop on a lot of people, and it's stuff that you wouldn't really be able to post anywhere else, kind of thing.
Well,
I have never heard
I'm
of
a
that.
Christian. I'm a Christian, pagan, atheist, psychic, medium, witch. So I don't have to see it. I already know.
Right.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh,
Well, I'm
I
an
know what
empath, so I already know. But
Well, then you know how powerful I am. Like I trained under the charmed ones.
yeah, that whoever wrote the Kiwi Farms about her though knew her life story. Basically, it was pretty in depth. You might want to check it out. Just saying.
Did you hear about the duck egg?
Are you asking me about
the
that?
cat? Bobby
Duck
the robot cat has even covered that. Siwa on Easter.
She stole a duck egg from like a park, right?
Oh my god! Yeah.
Egg, and then she threw it in the garbage.
What is it with these weirdos and ducks? First of all,
she says it
second of
matter.
all,
she got upset because people were going to call a game warden, because you don't do that when you are with your child. I don't have kids, but my sister does, and I specifically remember her telling her kids, "No, don't go over there. That duck's got babies." You know, that's
some
what a
ducks.
mother
Listen,
does. You don't let your
not
kid
only
touch
that.
it.
Put it this way, in New Hampshire one time, certain states like treat ducks like they're like going extinct or something. In New Hampshire one time, me and my boyfriend were feeding the ducks French fries at an outside restaurant, and the police came and we got kicked out for feeding the ducks. Like they were gonna arrest us. They're like, you can't do that. You can't feed the ducks. So I can only imagine what would happen if you tried to steal one of their baby eggs or whatever. Like you probably really would get thrown in jail. Like you can't do that. It's not nice. Muzz.
She
I mean,
took the
Siwa,
ducks,
whatever your name
threw
is.
it away.
Grifting,
She was like worried she was going to get in
incubated.
trouble and like threw it away or something, right?
Yep. And then as soon as she threw it in the garbage.
That's weird.
You can literally hear the clip because she's just like, "Oh, I don't really have much money. I don't really have an incubator." And then she was putting water on the egg.
Didn't she like grift for an incubator or something?
She was trying to, but then people scared her that they were calling the game warden, and so she threw away the egg. So you stole it from its mother and then you threw it away. You cooked
That's
it.
a horrible idea.
Like you boiled it and then threw it away.
That's horrible.
It is disgusting.
All right, say you're scared and you're like, all right, I'm scared. I'm getting rid of the evidence. I'm throwing away the egg. Why would you tell people you threw the hello?
Because she's Siwa Moon. She can do what she wants.
Why would you even say that aloud? Why would you do that?
Oh,
it's horrific. I can't believe that she did that. Can
That's
you imagine
mean.
that poor duck is missing a baby and Siwa just threw it in the garbage?
You know, if you need another duck, I mean, I know some ducks. Sorry, I
she
had
can't
to.
even take care of herself. She's always grifting for gifts for whatever.
I had to laugh because I had a lady go to the police about me putting a duck in a photo of her husband. So I mean, I have an ongoing joke with ducks. I don't know if you know that, just Jules, but it's this whole thing. It's a whole story about ducks I have. So I mean, I love me a good duck story. So thanks.
Well, you got one now, and Siwa, because of Siwa, a poor baby duck was never given life. How does that make you feel, Siwa?
What the duck?
That your like DuckTales situation though gave me my most viewed video.
What the duck?
So like, thank you for that.
That video cracked me up.
I'm quacking up over here. Oh man,
But
that's
yeah,
so
but
mean.
see, Siwa Moon, and then everybody that's over on her channel, which is also Muzz, they feel that whatever they say is right, and it doesn't matter. Like, oh, I just threw it away. It doesn't matter. That wasn't even a public duck. It was a private duck. That's what she said. It was a privately owned duck. So it was okay to throw it in the garbage bay.
Isn't Muzz meant to be an animal activist? Was she not like, see what I don't
Oh, good point. Good point. Yo, Muzz, I
Very
thought
good
you
point,
loved
Julie.
animals. Muzz, I thought you
Very
loved
good point.
animals. Why are you gonna let your girl throw the duck away like that, huh?
Yes.
You
What
gonna
do you
call
say
and tell
about
her?
that, Muzz?
That's okay though, right?
Because she likes the audience crossover that she gets, she's gonna overlook it this time.
I
Right,
wonder what
right.
community she'll run to next. Because
I
you guys
wasn't-
kind of ran her out with the truth. And then she
Well,
came
see,
on
she-
later great with
She
her.
says that we ran her out. Like, nobody ever ran her out. All we did was say exactly what she did, and she was like, I'm leaving. You guys are toxic.
Yeah, nobody ran her out. Who are we to run anyone out of anywhere? This is a public platform. What the hell? That's an excuse. I'm sorry. That's an
Nobody
excuse.
can cancel you but yourself.
Exactly.
Exactly.
No, especially with that crisis, that behavioral hospital visit. I do remember that because I was watching from the bushes when you guys were doing all that, and then all of a sudden it's like, oh, leave me alone. I'm going in. And then when she came out, she just kind of snuck out. Remember that? It wasn't really even a
Forgot
big thing.
about that.
And then
kinda like all of
a few weeks later, she was like, no, I wasn't in the hospital over mental health. I had like a infection or something. Remember?
Yeah,
she did not.
Yeah, after
She
she
did
made
not
a
say that.
community post. She made a freaking community post saying she had mental health issues and she was going to them. And then all of a sudden she's like, no, I never went there. Like, okay, that's not what you told everybody, but all right then. Like, this is what I'm saying. There's so many things that have happened with this girl. Like, I forget half this shit. Like, I forgot all about that. Like, oh my God, that too, yeah. And then she was texting from the mental hospital. Like, girl, no, you weren't.
Izzy, someone's digging your eyebrows.
Yeah,
Oh,
the
you like
nipple
my
clamp.
eyebrows? Thanks.
Amber's
Thanks.
nipple clamps, that is.
Took me a long time to perfect these eyebrows. I really
Yeah,
don't have
AZ,
these eyebrows.
actually, you have a tutorial out there on how to do your eyebrows.
Soap brows.
Yeah, you did
Mine's, I shaved
I
too
did?
much of mine off.
Oh, on Instagram I
That's
did. You're right.
one. You
That's
did. You did
why
a
I'm-
whole video about it.
Was that the one where I was yelling about Charlotte? I can't even remember. I've been out of the game for so long. I don't even remember what I
Oh,
did.
I'm gonna ask you about Charlotte. Was it last night or the night before?
Yeah, Charlotte's trying to what is she making fun of Michelle the drunk or something?
Aye,
Someone wants to know the Siwa Moon falling asleep and potato story, please.
Oh, yeah, she did that on Easter. On Easter, she was up all night the night before. Well, she actually been up for a few days because she was just so into covering Jen Bailey's emotional breakdown. She was very into that. So she didn't really get much sleep. And then she fell asleep on stream for 3 hours. And we heard her little princess daughter come in and say, Mommy, I just want a potato. And she's like, leave me alone. And yeah.
No.
Yes.
Why did
She
people
has a whole
like
bunch of
No,
excuses for it.
that's what I'm saying. Whoever wrote that Kiwi Farm thing talks a lot about her crazy life, like stuff like that. So like I believe that story after reading what I read about her. I genuinely believe it. I really
So what
do.
was it about the potato though? Like the teacher gave her the potato
Yeah,
or
the teacher
something?
gave her potato. I don't know if it was because they had no food at home, because I do know that Siwa has grifted for Subway sandwiches before.
Yeah, I'm not
because
saying
she had
nothing. I'm
nothing
just saying go to Kiwi Farms, read that shit.
You know,
Read it.
I can guarantee
Izzy,
you
send
right
me
now,
it. I've
AZ,
never seen it.
everybody in our community is probably looking up Kiwi Farm right now. Look at what's the
Yeah,
Kiwi
when you
Farm
go
thing
there, you type
everybody
in her
wants to
name.
know now.
Be
No,
very
I'm telling
careful
you.
going to Kiwi Farm.
Why?
Yes, any warnings?
Like, don't make
need to be
anyone
careful.
mad that post on Kiwi Farm. Look, but don't talk.
Oh, I never talk. I don't even know how to type on Kiwi Farms. Like, I don't even know. I'm like, how do I make a comment? Like, you can't. I don't know how to do it. I just
That's
read.
what I'm saying. Like, don't try to figure it out and don't leave a comment. Look,
Oh, is
but
it
don't
like?
touch.
Siwa is looking at
Is it
Kiwi
kind of
Farm
like
right
the
now.
whole creep show at thing? Like they can see your IP or whatever.
Yes.
Oh, they can?
But-
Oh, so but not if you're just looking, right?
Probably not. I think you need to leave an
I mean,
imprint.
Probably not.
If you're not talking, you're
Easy to
probably
Kiwi
not gonna
Farm.
like. They
Everybody
did that to
get
her
your
because
your
she was
VPNs
writing
and go
stuff.
in.
Well, she was writing stuff that was like contradicting what she was talking about.
Yeah.
So,
She always does.
as long as you're not in there writing stuff like you know, like AZ's the worst person in the world, and then I'm out here making videos like, yeah, me and AZ are totally cool, they're not going to expose me.
Wouldn't be
Oh,
the first
boy.
person.
Right?
How much you want to bet I'm going to be Googleable on Kiwi Farms now that, because in the chat everybody's like, do your it says it's worse than Reddit.
Well, whoever's gonna do it better
Reddit
have
hates me.
better know what they're doing, because I cannot figure out how to type on Kiwi Farms for the life of me. It's like, I think you have to be around for a while before you can even comment. I don't know. It's confusing AF, but they have some good stories on there, good dirt. I will say that, and it opened my eyes to see Waboon a real lot actually. So the story you just
Kiwi
said,
Farms,
Will you send me the
Kiwi
link?
Farms like
Right?
crashed or
Yeah.
something.
Look at everybody's interested.
I will. I'll share the
The
link.
site went down.
You taught us all something right now. I know.
So,
I'm excited to
Miss
check.
Jules, I wanted to ask you a question. So, what happened with you and Seabax? I know at one point you were friends.
We started out haters, and then
Yeah.
we became okay, because there was other creators that were and what they were going to contact that dude that was in prison and interview him and all that kind of stuff, and I heard her crying the one day, and I felt bad, and so then I called the prison he was in and made sure that the stuff that they were alleging couldn't happen, whatever. I reached out to her. So then we were okay. We were never the greatest, but she started coming at me. She was another one that was recording my private IG lives, trying to make me feel violated, judging my whole entire life, making it sound like I'm somebody that I'm not. So I hated her. And then we were okay, and then we coexisted, and then I'm the kind of person, if I don't agree with what you're doing, I don't agree with what you're doing. And I don't have a poker face. I think that's why everybody hates me. Because I'm very boisterous about it. And I don't know. So then the Moonblakers and we broke up. And ever since, she says that I support a man who supported, that was a sex trafficker and blah, 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 and this and that. And so I don't like her. She's another one, though, that it basically what it comes down to is she put her nose into things that she didn't need to put her nose into, which is kind of like Muzz does. So there's no mystery as to why they found each other.
Yeah, I get what you mean. And thank you, Devil Dog. Thank you. Usually people can't understand what
okay.
they're
So AZ, are you talking to somebody in the chat that's here? Because then I might have to leave. I don't know if he's here because I'm gonna have to leave. I don't really have any interest in talking to him.
Oh shit! Sorry, I was muted.
Huh?
No, somebody was backstage saying hi, and I just said hi back, and that's it. But I can't talk in the regular chat because I'm on my phone.
Oh, okay. Yeah, because I have no interest in talking to him. That's opening a whole.
No, I think that he's gone because that was like I just looked at the time. That was at like 8:40, so I don't even know.
Okay,
if he's
so
still
it was
there.
way earlier. Okay, I'm sorry.
Yeah, I don't even know. I don't know if he's still there, but
yeah, because that's another bridge. I don't, because I'm the kind of person that I think a lot of people get irritated, but when somebody crosses me to the point that I just don't feel like bothering with it anymore, I'm done. And that's how I felt with him after I helped him. I didn't even know him from anybody, and then I helped him, and then he trashed me. So whatever. And I never reported him to anybody. I never called the ASPCA. I never called any humane society.
Nah, yeah, I did that.
I actually found homes for 12 of his cats. So, and didn't even know the man, and then he trashed me. So whatever. But yeah, I didn't want to get back into that thing but that's how I am with a lot of people. And that's kind of now how I am with Siwa and Muzz as well.
This site is really crashed at the moment. That wasn't a joke.
It really is crashed?
Yes.
Kiwi Farms, hit me up. This stream is not sponsored.
But it could be.
But it could be.
Oh, I
That's
think they're
so
trying
weird.
to say Jules and Maria always end up trying to control other people's chats. How is that? Because you know what's really funny is because I have the comments. I look at the private chat when I go up on panels now. That way, then the people that I have blocked, I don't get to see their comments, and I can just move along and not get upset. So yeah, so you need to move along. But the haters and the people that don't like me, they have that opinion that I won't. But I'm 53 years old. I lived most of my life being a people pleaser, where I was always like a yes person and this and that led me into a very bad place. And now that I've gotten these boundaries, sometimes my boundaries are a little bit aggressive for some people, but they work for me, and I live my life for me. You know what I mean? And so if I feel that somebody is not good for me mentally, then I'm done. And I just turn the page. It's the other people that keep bringing it up and stuff. I'm willing to just move along. I will just bob and move along, but other people just kind of dwell in it. And it is what it is. I'm very, very open about about my boundaries and how I feel about them. And
yeah. I don't think Real was coming up to mess with you. I think he was coming up.
No, you're just saying hi.
well, that's good. That's good. And I'm sorry that I was just like, oh no, here we go. I don't want to do this. Because he's done that on other panels before.
It's just because Muzz tried to put him in jail and all this other stuff. I think that's what he was.
Yeah, he hates her because
that's
he probably saw it. Yeah, he probably saw that we were talking about her. Was like, oh, this is that.
Oh well,
no
yeah.
matter how
he doesn't like Muzz either.
No matter how you feel about somebody, like you can understand why somebody else would hate someone who tried to get them put in jail.
Oh, absolutely, absolutely, absolutely. No, wrong is wrong is wrong, and that was some shady ass shit. And it's just another thing where Muzz is putting her nose in stuff that she doesn't need to.
It's like what I was saying earlier about she's the one that took down Christ Conflicts channel. Was I upset that she took it down? No, the guy was awful. Couldn't have happened to a nicer person. But she did absolutely do that. That's another example of what people do.
She absolutely did that.
It's not keeping it on the internet and just it's like she has to get that one extra edge. You know what I mean?
She took down that channel. Does she deny taking his channel down, by the way?
Yeah.
Of course she does. She's such a liar. Ugh. I would bet anything that she did. Of course she did it. She was the one who had his password. She was helping him because she's the oracle. She was like, oh, let me help you with your channel because I'm Muzz and I know everything. And then he was dumb and he gave the password to her. Now his channel's gone, which I'm not sad about it either, by the way. But obviously you don't need to be a rocket scientist to know they had beef. They had beef. She had his password. Now his channel's gone. Like, hello.
Wow. Somebody went live to his channel and it was like hardcore stuff.
Oh yeah, it was.
He didn't do that to his own channel.
Super early in the morning too.
And the thing as well is, I messaged her and I was like, "Oh my god, you did it! Like you took it down." And she was like, "Oh, I'm at the vets," but she messaged me back right away, so it's pretty obvious she did it. And Muzz doesn't.
Of course she did.
When I was okay with her, she was always like, when there was drama going on or whatever in the community that I was involved in or whatever, and that she had that extra edge in, like I tell you, she was always in my DMs, like da 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 da.
Oh
you
yeah,
know? And that's the stuff I don't like when people show you that they're all in that. Well, then you know that they're going to be all into your stuff like that, and that's when I start backing off, like whoa, because a lot of this stuff I don't need to know.
Yep,
you know,
and not only that too,
with most of this stuff.
That's why I don't do DMs. I tell people,
that's me either. Sorry, dude, I don't anymore. I can't. Listen, the last few times I trusted people and gotten DMs, like I got burnt for dumb shit. So like I'm very, very careful now. Like, look, honestly, it's not even because lately I haven't really been around, anyways. But yeah, she's grimy and she can't take no for answer either. Like I've never had somebody like her on the internet like have me be like, look, good luck in life, but I don't want nothing to do with you. I just don't. Sorry, bye. And have her try over and over and over again to get people to get me to unblock her. Like it became like a game. She'd be like, ooh, I know all the dirt on Roadhog. I can help you take him down. I'm like, take him down then, bitch. Like, I don't need to talk to you in DM. Like, the fuck?
We were talking about earlier, you remember with Jessie? She wanted us all to tweet out at her like, hashtag nobody likes you at the same time on Twitter, and we're like, that would make us look like we're fucking bullies.
Yeah, and then know what she did? She knows that I love Kim S, and she knows that Kim S is like, she's one of my people, and she tried to like pull at my heartstrings, telling me she had a great idea for Kim S and that I should unblock her. Like, that's how pathetic she got. Like, she tried to use things that she knows that I care about to get my attention, or at the time anyways, I cared about, especially with Roadhog. I don't give a shit about him anymore, but like, she would try to be like, oh, she would take all these little things, like play mind games with me, like, oh, if you unblock me, I could help you with this, etc. Like, nah, like when somebody tells you they're all set, they're all set. Like, if I'm not being mean to you, I'm just telling you, go your separate way, just go. But she tried and tried and tried. It was really weird, like very weird. She's not normal. She's not.
It's like a boyfriend that you're trying to break up with and they won't
go. Yeah, it's creepy.
It's like, it's over.
And then when that didn't work, she started sending the real person voice messages. She'd be like, send this voice message to AZ. That's how bad it got. And I'm like, yo, what the fuck? Yeah.
That's just weird. It's just,
Yeah.
I don't know. It's too, that's why she needs a thing around her neck, because she's always into it. She never stops.
Exactly.
She does.
Exactly.
Oh my goodness. But anyway, guys, I'm going to drop down. I just wanted to let you know that, yeah, Muzz doesn't like me either, and we don't like her. So,
Well, thanks for coming up and
thank you for
explaining
doing this
some of the new
stream.
stuff to us.
Thank you.
And I definitely subscribed. So take care, ladies. Bye-bye.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Bye, thanks.
Bye. Take care. But you should have seen the cancer video, Easy. Like, literally, like, she showed these cells, right? And it was like, do you know what this is? And then someone, I don't know what they said in the chat, and she's like, you're close. You're close. And then she's like, yep, it's cancer. It's cancer. And it's the most...
Hold on. Wait a minute. She was showing photos of cells,
cancerous cells.
cancer cells. So she was having like a little like doctoral, like educational.
Can I share my screen, Stacey?
What are first of all, what are her qualifications? Like, I'm sorry, I don't want to learn about cellular.
AZ, you got like your mic is like acting funny.
Is it? I'm sorry. Let me get on my computer then. I'm gonna hop off my phone.
All right.
Be back.
And yes, Julie, you can absolutely share your screen.
Okay, because I think I know what bit is that. All right, sorry, I was looking at her community tab to see if she was saying anything. Right, okay, so is it this bit? I'll find it.
There's a few reasons I'm talking about this. And it's because of the
Oh, you gotta pause. You gotta pause this for
Yes.
AZ so that she can see this amazing background when she gets back.
All right, okay.
Holy, Julie, it looks like something you would have made in like, you know, when you're a kid and they first start letting you play on the computers.
Yeah, like a wee scrapbook.
Yes, like, and you would like find every like cute thing that you could think of and throw it on the page, even though it didn't make sense.
Yeah, exactly.
That's what this looks like.
It does. It's like I still don't get the leggings and I don't get the eyes either. Oh, that's Bushwatchers, right? Okay, I get it now. And why is there a pole dancer?
That's my son's birthday.
I just realised that there's a pole dancer.
Yeah, I didn't put that there. I mean,
Why
I
is
did
she
put
a
that
pole
there. But
dancer? Bizarre.
and I put blue jeans instead of leggings, but
Blue jeans, light shirt. Any use watch would you call it Jasper in TikTok the doll?
no.
I think it's only unhinged people that watch it, but I do. And she's got, it's a doll and it's got like a deep voice and she's like, blue jeans, light shirt, walked into the room, you know you made my eyes burn. So that's, I don't know, that's what the blue jeans just reminded me of that. The pole dancer
Stina
is supposed
says,
to represent. I bet.
Stina says, I bet Muzz's MySpace was popping.
I bet. Just saying, he's giving us a history lesson on Muzz's backdrop. So the pole dancing is supposed to represent reaching. The yoga pants are petty pants. So my question for you, just saying, is what is the coffee beans about? Since you're a history teacher on Muzz's overlay. Oh, and our pictures biting the bullet. Just saying. Also,
Have a good night, Mandy. Thanks for coming.
Oh, I will, Mandy. Thank you. I've not been in my YouTube, Instagram in ages. I've been in my normal Instagram because I have
They are golden coffee beans. Like Look, we can show you the one Julie and I worked together. See, I have.
They kind of look interesting together, you know.
They do. You can kind of see like how much cuter mine is.
Yeah, yeah, it definitely is, especially with the cats. We've got cuter cats. But yeah, Mandy, I'll check. I'll make sure to check. Sorry if you've messaged me before and I've not been, because I've not been in my personal Instagram.
I gotta tell you, I don't even get on Instagram at all anymore. I have not, like, nobody I know does Instagram lives anymore. So, like, because I used to watch AZ on there, I'd watch you on there, but like that's the only two people I would watch. So I have not opened Instagram in months.
I have not been in my YouTube Instagram in such a long time. I've been too busy, and well, I've not even really been in my personal Instagram. But looking for what? I have got it. But I've not been in that. But then
I guess we'll go ahead and start it. We don't have to. I'm sure she'll be, if she comes back, she'll be back soon.
Are you sure?
Yeah.
Okay, right. So this is Muzz's education.
Me, what they have in common, if you know. Okay, you ready? Okay. Anyone tell me? One second. I have 3 photos to show you. Okay, and you need to tell me what all 3 have in common. You didn't notice, Lee? It looks like a total face. You thought it was a dog. See? People don't realize they think it's like a Shih Tzu, and those are the eyes, that's the nose, and that's the mouth. I swear to God, Lee. See? I told you. That is so funny that you didn't know that. It's exactly what it looks like. Now you won't be able to unsee it. Like, I can't see your piggy's face properly in that photo. I can't. Like, I could see it when they're moving, but in that photo, I can't see it anymore. Like, I only see the illusion. Okay. Okay, I'm going to show you 3 photos, and you have to tell me what they have in common if you know. Okay, you ready? Okay, here's the first photo. Here's the second photo, which is on the thumbnail. And here's the third photo. 1 million, well, not really, but who can tell me what those 3 photos are or have in common? Like, what are they?
What the?
Nope.
Is this like 5th grade?
Almost there, Lee. Sort of. I mean, yes, but
she wasn't
more specific. So yes, Lee, you got it, but more specifically. Yes, but more specifically, Karma. Sorry, I'm not very Drazo, but like I need a little more specific.
You can't just say cancer, guys. You got to say specifically what kind.
Yeah.
Bing, bing, bing. That, my dear, is cancer. Okay, I'll show it to you again.
So because like they weren't including the word cells, she wouldn't accept the answer.
That's cancer. So's that. So's that. And what I put on my thumbnail, I mean, which is, if you don't know what that is, I'm very happy for you. I am, because lucky you who doesn't know what that is. Hey Michelle, a whole lot of sad, absolutely, Karma. That's why I said lucky you if you don't know what that photo is, right? Hey Kristen, absolutely fight like a girl. And if you don't know what that is, I mean, awesome for you, right? Here, literally, ignorance is bliss. You know what I mean? Literally under this topic. Why am I bringing this up? Yeah. Okay, I know I've talked about this before, but I'm going to be real honest. And I'm not going to sugarcoat shit. So, trigger warning, but also importance, right? Like, I have mixed feelings about the whole trigger warning thing because I think hard conversations are important conversations. And they may suck and they may make you cry and hurt, but that's how you get through the fire and you build the calluses, right? Hey, Sam, honey. So there's a few reasons. Hey, GB Missing Brain. There's a few reasons I'm talking about this. And it's because of the constant flippant remarks about it that I've heard. And it's not from one person. And when I want to discuss a person in the stream, I will use their name, not to worry. And if that's a problem with any of those people, then perhaps they shouldn't have said and or done what they did. But that's okay because I'm allowed to have an opinion. I'm not a doormat. And I don't have to be scared of strangers. There's no need. And it's my story, some of it, so I'll say what I want. So there's a couple things I want to address. And a few people. Okay, where do I start? I don't know if because cancer is unfortunately so prevalent, and I don't know if it's because, I don't know if it's maybe because it sounds terrible, which it is, and at the same time, people can function like to a certain degree while getting treatment or even not, or, you know, there's all different, it's case by case, right? That maybe that.
Do you want me to stop? Because it's triggering probably, and it's like,
I love her, like, you are not alone. Muzz is here with you. That little sticker she has.
I know.
I had one that said the same thing, but Julie had a better idea and like scratched it out and put like Muzz victim hotline on ours.
Yeah. This is so weird.
Oh, I should have kept that. I didn't get that. Oh, sorry, Stacey.
Okay. The stripper pole is really like this. There's so much going on. I can't even. My ADD does not work with this background.
Same. Apparently, it means people are. So just saying.
You missed my 3-minute intro. I perfectly did a great job making a very unique 8 million long minute video intro. She plays like noises before the music even starts, and then she plays one of those entire rap songs off of the YouTube music free list.
She's one of those people who has to like wait 20 minutes before she'll even start her live. I can't stand that.
Like, I'll leave.
Yeah,
I'll be offended and leave.
Yeah.
I'm like, I don't want to hear that shit either.
I think I played a rap song from YouTube music one time, just one time. And I
have YouTube music in my intro, but I have like a little clip of it where it's appropriate. I don't have like, here you guys listen to this entire 4.5 minute masterpiece.
Yeah, you know who used to be the worst at that? Remember iJesse? Back to the iJesse days, he would have like a 20-minute countdown, and it's like, nobody has time for that. Like.
And also, like, I'm gonna forget even if I intended to watch you after that. Like when YouTube is like, hey, don't forget in 30 minutes. Don't even tell me that 30 minutes before a stream, because I will definitely fucking forget. Like an hour and a half later, I'll be like, shit, that stream was an hour and a half ago. I bet I've missed it.
Yeah.
I'm
just
I always
have.
She said your name, Angram, because that's what you're asking. I'm checking her transcript.
You're checking the transcript?
I'm checking the transcript.
She seriously finds other people's trauma to like try and deflect what she's doing and use it to her advantage every single time.
So she said Jules.
Is you did better at the Scottish accent?
Aye, that was a good. Was that a Scottish accent you did? That was good.
I can't do a Scottish accent to save my life. Remember, I tried before. It was so bad.
You did well when you went Brittany.
Brittany. Yeah, that's about the only thing I could say, or I think I can anyways. Brittany.
Brittany. No, I don't think she did say your name. I think she was too busy talking about herself at that point.
All right, so back to the cancer thing. Why is she talking about cancer cells? Is it part of her trivia? Or does she all of a sudden have cancer? Like, what is the deal with that?
Cancer trivia night.
Cancer trivia, yeah.
She's talking about...
She thinks she's Fraggle Rock or whatever.
She's talking about her boyfriend. So see if I can... She talks about... Where's the boyfriend? But
Didn't you learn nothing from EKC? You gotta copy and paste the chat. You gotta drag it into Word. Then you gotta type in the word that you're searching for.
And then
Nobody got time for that either, though.
And then you got to download it and put it into a folder.
Yeah. I used to make fun of EKC.
We can watch this in about 2 years.
Yeah. Only if it's about Katie Joy, though. Because the Katie Joy Historical Society.
And you better credit that shit correctly.
Oh, you better.
In like 15 different spots.
Yup. You better have like a good watermark over the entire thing. And buy me a cuppa. I'm sorry. I'm going to hell in a handbasket.
I keep saying one day I'm just gonna like record over one of those and put a bigger watermark over the watermark.
Oh my God.
And be like, I hit record, so it's mine now.
You need to do that. That would be hilarious. She would have a meltdown, dude. The Historical Society, dude. I'm not kidding. The anti-KJ, the anti-KJ Historical Society.
They would come for me so hard.
Are you kidding me?
These.
Yeah. Oh, I got blocked by all those people. Remember how over the summer I did that stream and I was like, this is what's wrong with the anti-KJ community. And I was talking about how, forget what it had to do with, but I didn't even say anything bad about Llama Girl. I was like, yo, I said she's a grieving mother. Leave her alone, whatever. Well, she's like, you're attacking me. I'm like, no, I'm not. Like, you would know if I was attacking you. I'm not attacking you. I said you was a grieving mom and you're kind of crazy. Like, you have a right to be, whatever. You know what I'm saying? Like, I meant that shit. And she blocked me and all her people blocked me. And they're like, you just love Katie Joy. I'm like, oh, I know. That's got to be it, obviously.
Remember, like, your first video, you didn't credit one of the anonymous accounts well enough. And, like,
Shoot.
a bunch of them lost it on you right from, like, the start.
Yo, I almost never came back to YouTube. I was like, yo, these people are crazy. Like, I got attacked hardcore for
In fact, I think that's like the first time I ever talked to you, and I was like,
Yeah.
hey, don't worry about it. These people are crazy.
Yeah. And you've been my friend ever since. I was like, yo, what the F? And Stacy was like the only part. And Julie, too. You guys were like the two people to be like, don't listen to these people. They're nuts. They really
They
are.
actually are. Wait a minute, I'm trying to
Oh,
find
hey, pretend fashionista. Nice to see ya. I know, I haven't been on a panel in like since the last time I came on was like freaking Thanksgiving when Tara and you guys were there. Like, that's probably the last freaking time I come up.
Would you pass me this?
Literally.
They kept trying to talk me into doing a live stream, and I was like, no, I'm just going to do videos on this channel.
And then I was like, Stacey, we're doing a live in your channel. Come on, get you more subscribers. You deserve it.
I hate doing lives. Like, I get so I don't know.
Yeah, I have like this newly developed like I don't know if you want to call it stage fright, live fright, whatever. I'm like, nobody cares what I have to say.
Exactly. Like, nobody's gonna show up, and I'm just gonna run out of things to say.
Like, you know why I think that? Because listen, and this is the truth too. Like, I'm just being 100 with you. Like, when I had drama and stuff, like everybody's in on the drama, right? They all want the you know what I'm saying? Like, everybody is down for that. But like, if I just show up and I'm like, hey guys, nobody's gonna come. You know?
You're like, nobody wants to see like my new yoga thing I got.
Yeah, nobody cares.
They want to see me like, all right, so and so can just shut the hell up.
Yeah, exactly.
All right, Justine said go to 4150 where she shouts it as all. So
Criminal. Maybe and you know, I encourage this. If the community has changed its mind and starts deciding to give grace to people who are in a bad way, then do it for everyone in that similar situation. Don't fucking pick and choose. One life is not more important than another. Everyone's life is important. Everyone has family, kids, parents, people that depend on them. If they come here to distract themselves when they've got 8 hours of chemo or whatever, and you're so ignorant that your response is, you wouldn't be online if you were sick. Well, you don't think Cherie was online when she could barely fucking walk? What else was she supposed to do? What else was she supposed to do? But have a little break and a little distraction. But she was too afraid.
What else was she supposed to do?
Whoever came for Cherie though, like she was so nice, like she was lovely.
All people said was it was gross of her to use her passing to say her last wish was for me to get monetized. That's not coming for Cherie. That's coming for her.
What else is she supposed to do?
Like that's
Oh
some
my god.
that's weird fucking energy, man.
What a psycho.
Afraid to type in the chats because she was afraid that people would make fun of her chemo brain. Hey, any of you morons know what chemo brain is? I bet people here do. They don't want to sound stupid. And let me tell you, they're not stupid, but I know that fear. I know Fight Like a Girl spoke to Cherie and they had similar experiences. They have a fear that they're going to talk gibberish or not make sense and people will make fun of them. Is that stupid? I'll say it is, because everyone should have a voice. And there are people on the internet who are perfectly healthy who speak like they've never had an education. So I don't know why you'd be worried about not putting a sentence together.
Yo, she's unhinged.
Sorry.
A lot of us used to talk to Cherie in chats too. Like she was not scared to talk to people.
Never.
She had
Never.
lots of friends
who are unhealthy.
Yo, stop. Pause this.
Stop
using her for content. Stop bringing her up. Stop bringing her illness up. Cut the shit, Muzz. There's something wrong with you. There's something seriously wrong with you. Why are you still harping on her? Why are you still using her? Like, And not only that, you know what? I'm sorry. We need to just stop for a minute. Remember, Julie, do you remember how Cherie liked us and Muzz tried to convince us after Cherie was dead? She tried to convince us that she never liked us anyways. How fucked up was that?
Because I said I felt it was exploitative of her to say that Cherie's last wish was for her to be monetized and open an Etsy shop and sell her crochet. I thought that was exploitative.
Yeah, it is. And she's still
Because
doing
it is.
it, dude.
And Cherie's daughter commented in that video and was like saying like basically like how lovely her mother is, and she was really kind, but she was like, Muzz and Cherie did talk every day, and you know, maybe Cherie did say that, but my point was her putting that public, it was just a bit, I found it exploitative, and that's why I don't like talking about it, because her daughter didn't want me to talk about it, but she'll not stop talking about it, like Muzz won't stop, you know?
This is how far
Did y'all
gone
know
she
about
is.
this? Did y'all know about this happening one night and want to see was Ghost Box's streams? Muzz wanted Siwa to talk to Kim's dead husband on a live stream right after he passed.
No way.
Shut up.
Oh my
This
god.
is why I can't F around with these people. Like, flip a desk, okay? Flip a desk. Who does she think she is? All right. Yo, I'm about to get unhinged in a minute.
I'm telling you, like, Kim just told me this story the other day. Like, I didn't know this. And it was gross. She was like,
who are you?
She's like, I'm hearing a word. I'm hearing a word. I think I'm hearing Kimmy. Am I hearing Kimmy? Like,
yo, are you serious? First of all, you shouldn't be, if you don't have a direct connection with the person, you shouldn't be summoning them, first of all. This is weird. She's so weird, dude. All right, what I was gonna, I can't even believe you just told me. I gotta like let that sink in. But what I was gonna say before that was this: that same night that whole Cherie stream happened, right? Before you went live, before she went live, she tagged me and you, Julie, I think. I don't know if anyone else was tagged. And she was like, oh, I just want to let you know, I hope we can put our differences behind us because Cherie passed away and I'm having a stream. Remember how she invited us and we were like, nah, we're good. We love Cherie, but nah, we're good. And then afterwards, when we said we didn't like what she did, then she was like, oh, Cherie never liked you anyways. Okay, then why did you invite us to her going away stream or the stream you had to celebrate her life? Why would you invite us if she never liked us? That's how I knew she was lying. She's crazy. I can't believe she just did that. Like,
I know, and she still mentions it like it's disgusting.
no, like, yeah, she's still using her friends, and I say friends loosely, but she's still using her friends like traumas and like struggles to like get free passes to do whatever she wants. Oh, I'm sorry, I did not see you there.
Hi, Kim.
Hey.
Hi. I'm on my phone. Can you hear me okay?
Yeah, can hear you.
Perfectly.
I didn't know that I wanted to even bring this up, but I do, because I had never heard that stream about Sherry. I'd never heard her like screaming and yelling at people like that. And I just, I don't know. I can't deal with this. I can't deal with her anymore at all. And yeah, that was that situation about in Siwa's chat, and like honestly, I was kind of like, I'm an atheist. I don't believe in that stuff. But I was part of Siwa's chat, and I had said like maybe I should, maybe they can, because there were people who were reaching out to me and they were saying, your husband has tried to contact me. I'm a medium. If you're ready, I can send you a message. And I was like getting messages like that from people, which looking back was really weird, but it's like using someone's trauma
As
and like I didn't even know what to do, because I had never dealt with anything like that. And I think the internet is a really stupid, crazy place. So I was in Siwa's chat one day, because I liked Siwa. I watched her, and I was in her chat, and it was like during the day, and she decided to do the spirit box thing, and I was like listening to it, and she heard someone say something, and she was like, are they saying Kimmy? Are they saying? And I said, oh, my husband used to call me Kimmy. I didn't know that it was going to go anywhere. I was just like, thinking about what my husband used to call me. And suddenly she said the word, someone I think is saying like breathe or can't breathe, something like that. And Muzz in the chat said, that's Kim's husband.
oh my god.
Are you serious right now?
I'm telling you, I just learned this story. Or that video I made of Muzz weeks ago would have looked a whole lot darker.
I want to flip an effing desk right now. They literally are scum of the earth. She literally took your situation and I feel gross. Like, these people are gross. I can't believe that. I cannot listen, not for nothing. Everybody unfortunately knew how he passed. For her to be like, oh, can't breathe. Like, what a grifter. You're a shabby grifter. Shabby grifter to doing that. Like, this is what I'm saying. They profit off of people's pain. It's sick. And of course, like, listen, I don't know, like, if I was in the wrong headspace or whatever, like, and somebody started that with me and about my loved one, who knows? I'd probably throw my money. You know what I'm saying? Like, this is what they do. It's so grimy, dude.
Well, right, exactly. Like, there's a part of you that like really wants it to be real.
Of course. Who wouldn't want to be real? Yeah.
Yeah, if somebody told me I could talk to my dad for a couple minutes, fuck yeah. I'd be like, yeah, I would want that to be real now.
That's why it's such a damn shame when people do that stuff. I don't know, man. That makes me feel sick. It really does.
But Muzz saying that is just as well, like, just like, I'm in shock. Like,
I think she really believes in that stuff, though, to be honest with you. Like,
she
probably
does.
believed it.
She does. And I'm gonna be honest, like I have to give Siwa a little bit of credit here, because in that I was like, I think I said it, I don't remember exactly what I said in the chat, but I think I said like, I don't want to do this. I'm not ready for this or whatever. I'll reach out to you separately about it. And
right.
I was going to reach out to her separately. And Siwa did send me a couple messages like, hey girl, anytime you're ready, I can help you with this. And I just never did it. But I mean, yeah, I thought about it. I thought like, wow, what if this is real? This would be so good. But it was just like, no one has the right to say that, oh, that, like to push someone into that. You know what I mean? And to say, oh, that must be Kim's husband. Like, she didn't know if I was ready for that or not. And I was sitting in my car. My kids were in the back seat and I was just bawling, crying.
Like, it would be different if you woke up one day and was like, you know what, today I want to go talk to a medium or whatever. Like, for her to just throw that on you out of the blue like that, like, I mean, that just does not feel right to me at all. Like, the more I learn about these people, like, I'm telling you right now, it makes me feel sick. Because that, like I said, if I was in that state of mind, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, you never know what people will do, because it's like everyone's greatest wish to be able to talk to somebody they don't have in their life anymore. Like, it just seems so wrong. Like, if you're not seeking it out yourself, for someone to just bestow that upon you, like, while your kids are in the backseat, they don't know what you're going through. She don't know your mental space, you know what I'm saying? Like, that could have been bad for you. Like, it's just gross.
That's disgusting.
And I won't say that she doesn't believe it's real or whatever, but I don't believe it's real. I believe it's scummy.
I believe certain people have gifts. I don't think that Siwa is one of them.
Right, so I don't know what to make of this, right? And
I don't believe in spells. I know that much.
I booked a reading with Siwa when Reese ended his life, because I blame myself and stuff like that.
Say that again.
When my friend, well, it was like really knew him since I was 15. He killed himself, and
right.
I contacted him like the day he did it. Basically, it was kind of like we were a thing when we were 15, and we sort of kept in touch. And I don't know, he wanted me to phone him, but I made up an excuse that I was out and I didn't phone him. And then he was like, I could pick you up, and obviously I wasn't out, so I was like, no, it's okay, I'm getting a lift. And he was like, oh, you're seeing someone, it's fine, I don't want to like mess that up, because we had some sort of like, romantic connection thing. And so basically I texted him saying like, listen, yeah, like I'm seeing someone else, but I'll be there for you. Like, even if I'm married, I'd still be there for you, right? So he killed himself that day, so I blame myself for that, right? And so I did book a reading for Siwa. I think it's like £60 or something, I don't know. And it was she did a good reading as far as like my dad. A lot of it did make sense, like with my dad and stuff. But one thing that kind of didn't sit right with me was I wanted to know like why he done it, and she was like, was he into heroin? And I was like, no, he wasn't. Like, it wasn't at all. And then she said that he did it because he was interested in guys but didn't want to tell me, which didn't sound...
And like, respectfully, Julie, you have talked about your dad on your own channel before. Everyone knew the story of your boyfriend because of what Christ conflict had done. So if you think about it, her knowing bits and pieces enough to make it sound real is got a logical reason why she could.
She said that he liked guys and didn't want to tell you.
Yeah, and that's why he done it. And I always questioned that.
This bitch.
Because when she mentioned the heroin as well, I was thinking, well, was it an overdose then? But he wasn't into that,
That's funny, because don't people go to mediums and stuff to like get peace of mind? Here you are questioning things, and you know what I'm saying? Now you're rerunning it. It doesn't sound like it was very productive. I don't know, man. I don't like her, so I'm having a hard time deciphering my feelings here, because I already don't like her. But I just, that does not sound like a normal thing to now.
Especially when he was like, saying like he was in love with me and stuff like that. Like, we weren't...
He's in love with you, but he really likes guys. Okay, then.
But exactly, like, it
sense.
just didn't really make sense. You know what I'm saying? And I feel
So
bad.
she gave you just enough. She said, "Oh, he's still in love with you," to make you feel all warm and fuzzy. Of
No,
course.
she didn't say that. It was just she said he didn't want you to. He feels comfortable with you knowing it now, but he didn't want you to judge him. But it's
First of
just
all, it's
Someone
nobody's.
just said that Siwa is live now playing Jin's stuff, even though Jin's daughter has asked them to stop.
First of all, nobody should tell you about their sexuality except for the person who's willing to do it. Like, she just took that dude out the closet. Like, come on, man. What the hell?
I know, and it's like, and I feel bad because a lot of the reading was good, and I always said like, no, she's really good, and that part of me like was like wondering, is it true? But then now, like listening to Kim and stuff like that, I'm like, was that?
You gotta remember, like,
was that
especially since you've been in this community, she picks up on things like Stacy said. You know what I'm saying? She'll read you and Kim better than she'll read some Joe Schmo off the street because she knows something about you guys, you know?
She gets you to ask questions as well.
Oh, I don't like when psychics do that. I went to a psychic one time. Well, whatever you want to call them, whatever she is, a witch, I don't know. Anyways, I went to a psychic one time, and I went in there like, nah, I ain't telling this lady nothing, because I know a lot of them operate like that. Like, they'll get you talking, then they'll feed off your energy, and they'll be able to tell what to say next or whatever. One time I went to somebody who was too legit. I gave her nothing to work with, absolutely nothing to work with. I wouldn't answer questions. I was very cold. I didn't give her anything to feed off of, and she was still on point about a lot of stuff. So I definitely believe that.
Sorry to interrupt. No, S.C. Johnson, she said, was my friend into heroin, not my dad. She knew about my dad having a heart attack. Sorry, go on. Sorry. Just
sorry, I keep muting myself to cough. No, I was going to say, I definitely believe some people do have gifts. I know not everybody believes in that, unless you've experienced something that you sit across from a lady with dirty fingernails who smells like cigarettes and tells you something that there's no way she could have known in a million years. Like, until you have that moment, like, it's all just a big game. And I think a lot of people are in it for the wrong reasons, and they just try to, you know, get the next dollar or whatever. But, yeah, I don't like the whole spell thing. I don't think that anybody can put a spell on anyone else unless, you know, they're okay with it. Like, you know what I'm saying? I'm surrounded by white light. Ain't nobody putting no spell on me. You know what I mean?
Unless you're Bette Midler, you're not putting a spell on me.
I don't know. I've seen some toilet paper spells that I thought were pretty good.
I like Carolyn. I will. I have a soft spot for her. I know a lot of people don't really like her. I actually gave her money for a reading one time. She was she was going through a rough spot in life, and like, I don't know, I have a soft spot for her, so I got a reading from her one time, and it was okay. But
I got a reading from her, and I had just gotten promoted with my job, and she said in the reading that my company didn't appreciate me and that I should find a new job. So I mean, there's that. But you know, I'm just saying, I did, you know what? I did see Stacy's husband Preston did a pretty good reading right in front of me one time. So I do consider him to be psychic.
Oh, Preston psychic, good to know, huh?
He is.
I will say this though, Caroline Ironwill did predict my breakup with my daughter's father. She did predict that with her cards, so I'll give her that much. She saw that coming, and I didn't give her nothing to work with either. But
my husband also doesn't believe that you can leave a beer out for spirits and that the spirits drink it at nighttime.
He doesn't. That was so unfortunate. He definitely thinks that a homeless person will walk up and drink it.
Everybody's asking about the Jen thing. So she was asked, what is she showing her kid? Like, what is she doing with the kid again? Can you tell us?
So, like, I guess Jen Bailey's been having kind of like a rough time lately mentally, and she's been arrested a couple times, and she might be in jail right now, but her kids have asked everyone to stop talking about her and to stop showing her stuff. And I guess she's live now showing her stuff anyways. Like, they're showing her as she's having her breakdowns and stuff.
So hold on, this woman's kids, how are they? Like little? Are they like teenagers? Like how old? I'm just curious.
I have no idea. I don't know.
Not that it matters. I'm just curious.
They're older, I think. They're old enough to say, "Hey, stop talking about it online."
Like, if somebody's like, "Leave my mom alone," and you don't.
But like, it's their any of their family members like, hey, she's going through a tough time and we're trying to get her help,
Right.
please stop. Like,
And
then
it's
fucking
not like
stop.
Jen's around actively attacking her. If Jen Bailey's not even around, then why are you even talking about her? Like, that's what I'm saying. Like, it's weird.
That's so sad though, like the fact
Get some
of
content. I don't know.
stop, and the things people do for money disturbs me, you know. It
Well,
really
you know, I'm not going to defend any of these people because honestly, you know, no offense to anyone that's here, but it seems like in that community, everyone's like, I love you, I hate you, I love you again, I hate you again, and I can't keep up. So
Like,
Yeah.
I'll watch anyone, but as soon as you start doxing anybody or like
Go
getting
in real life.
yes, I'm gonna stop. I'm gonna back up and be like, all right, I'll catch you whenever you get back to talking about stuff that is not like this.
What about sharing Reddit diaries? What about that?
You're such a doc. I was waiting for them to say that about the video you shared the other day. Like, look, she's doxing another guy now.
Like, what is wrong? First of all, they called me a doxer because that time, you know, that family member of that person ended up in my chat and I did not ask them to come. That I'll never live that down. That wasn't even on me. But anyways, I shared a Reddit diary. I found it on Reddit. It was a diary write-up of some girl who hated her stepmom or whatever. And freaking Alice, the weirdo, I don't want to say her name 3 times. That's the only time I'm saying it, by the way. She tweeted about me. She was like, oh, look at AZ over here. How evil do you have to be to read somebody's diary? And I was like, yo, I found it on Reddit. Like, shut up. Why are you reading my tweets? You're blocked. Like, you're a weirdo.
Meanwhile, she uses people's government names in her tweets.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. She's using my government name, calling me. I'm like, all right, whatever.
Yeah, she dogs Pickle. Like, she's
out of her
scum the air.
She's out of her mind. Julie, that time you talked to her, like, that really said a lot. Like, you could tell how unhinged she is. Like, she was not okay.
She was backtracking and
Yeah.
then
That stream told me everything I need to know about her. Like, she's not okay. Like, show us the notebook, AZ. It's gonna be a bestseller, I'm telling you.
Like, remember, like, when Alice was over here, like, antagonizing Roadhog?
No.
No, I thought they were buddies. When was that?
Remember, she was one of the ones that he put out, like, a bounty on.
Oh, you're for a gift card, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, her and Bobby Cat?
Yeah.
That dude gets so mad. He's like, I'm giving out Amazon gift cards to anybody that can bring me their government name. Like, get a grip. This is the internet.
I want to be like, with what money, Roadhog? Like,
with
what
her
you
name,
got in that
Pam,
bank
whatever her name
account,
is.
bro?
Like, was it Pat or something? Like
Pat, Pam. I can never remember her name. That old
Pat,
lady.
Pat paid for him.
Yeah, of course she did.
Oh, yeah. She never
The
said
thing
anything
is, though, about
inappropriate.
Siwa and like the Jen thing is, it's like it kind of reminds me of Charlotte with that Michelle. It's like somebody's clearly going through it, right? And they're constantly covering them, exploiting them. And I feel like there's a line like critique someone, whether you disagree with them or not, if they've done something wrong, but you constantly like go after someone who's clearly vulnerable, who's clearly like rock bottom, or like, you know,
especially if they're minding the business right now and they're not attacking you. Like, why are you still going, you know?
Exactly. And then if the thing with Charlotte is she cries victim when Michelle replies back, and it's like, well, don't talk about her and she won't. Like, the lady's clearly like an alcoholic, and
she's definitely an alcoholic,
trying to be sober, and Charlotte will just not leave her alone. And it's just like it's the same with Siwa. Like, they'll do anything to make money. They'll just, you know what I mean? It's disgusting.
In Charlotte's defense, she's got to pay for that grand piano, so she's got to get some money.
Oh, yeah,
she has a grand piano?
Yeah, in the background. You never see.
Fuck if I know. I have her on Do Not Recommend, so I never, ever see her, ever.
It's a green screen. It's a green screen.
Oh,
you
okay.
You mean that's not a real piano back there? That's why she's not doing all these hate streams of people.
Damn, she went from like having like a wooden panel background. Now she got a grand piano. Moving on up, huh? Them anti-KJs really pay, don't they?
Just I'll buy you a
I think she had to move on because she wasn't getting paid very much anymore.
So Silver Turtle Lady said that Bobby Cat's been back, which is great. I love Bobby Cat. I don't know, by the way, I don't know who Bobby Cat is. I don't think I ever will. I really don't give a shit. But Dina has been all up in Bobby Cat's comments, which is kind of interesting.
Bobby Cat really dislikes Tira and is like going off. So
dislikes Dina? Is that what you said?
No, Tira.
Oh yeah.
Maybe.
I don't know who, everyone thinks I know who Bobby Cat is. Like, they thought, remember how it was me for a long time? Everyone thought EKC told people it was me. I'm like, I can't even put out content on my own channel. What the hell? Good time for that.
I think it could be Dina. It could be.
There's some people out there that think it's Dina. I know that for a fact.
Someone suggested recently that it was Jackie Sunshine. And I was like,
definitely not.
I need you to make some correlations among like grammar and spelling.
Right. They said
I got way smarter.
It's not.
Kim, you have to tell.
Jackie.
You have to tell AZ what the description says now on Sunshinery.
What is the description?
I don't remember what it says, but I know
it was like made and designed by Jackie Sunshine.
Oh, that's right, not AZ.
And she's using like the stuff that you made for us, you know, like the pink like Sunshinery.
She's using the stuff that I made.
Yeah, and then I'm the one that made up the name, and she's like made and designed by Jackie Sunshine.
What? You're using my stuff saying you made it after I dragged your ass, you lossery bee.
Me and Kim were laughing so hard the other day because we were both sitting here and we're like, I wonder if she still has a channel, and she's like monetized.
She can't even spell Sunshinery.
I know.
Sunhinery.
Sunhinery. Yes, Rose. EKC told people that I was Bobby Cat. Yes. Can you believe that?
I've got a quick story about a sidekick I went to in like Glasgow, right? It was really funny. So it's one of those ones that the outdoor in some, I forget what the lane's called, but you go down a lane and there's a wee tent and it's a sidekick. So I went to it and I was like, she was like, oh, you're going to have a job in a medical profession. I was like 17 at the time. Yeah, no, 16 at the time. You're going to have a job in a medical profession. And I said, all right. And so how's like my family? They going to be okay? And she's like, well, yeah, no, I didn't. She said, yeah, well, your dad's got some bone problems, but he'll be okay. And I'm thinking to myself, he's cremated. Like, what bone?
I'm sorry, I don't mean to laugh.
No, it's funny though. It is funny. I ran out the tent laughing. Like, I was literally crying with laughter. Like, what the hell did I just laugh? Like, I was thinking to myself, he's cremated. I'm sure he does have bone problems. Like, he's no got any. So, I mean, like, what the hell? So, yeah, like, don't go to one in the head.
I'm sorry. I laugh at inappropriate stuff. Like, this is
no, it's funny though.
I'm dying laughing at that.
I found it hilarious. It is. It's funny though. Like, what?
Why is this so funny to me? I'm sorry, Julie.
Don't laugh. No, don't.
Look, I literally have tears. Like,
it's hilarious. So I'm thinking, okay.
Clearly, she was right, Julie. I mean, clearly, you should have kept listening.
She's obviously
she was right. I suppose she was right to a certain extent. But I was like, I just kind of went, all right, that was my last question. I was like,
you should have told her. You should have been like, he's creamy. Let's see what she would have said. What do you think she would have said?
That's what I meant. That's what I meant, yeah.
Exactly. Oh, man.
He wanted to be buried, so yeah, that's what I meant.
My favorite psychic story is when Stacy and I went to the psychic town in Florida.
Oh,
and
yeah.
the ghost aura photos printer was broken.
Oh, they did that to you guys?
Yeah, well, no, the printer was broken, and Stacy was like, they didn't see that coming and go buy another printer.
I actually there's a lady called something Mortician. She's a mortician and she has a channel. She's actually pretty cool. She's got bangs. She's got like brown hair. I don't know if you know what I'm talking about, but anyways, she did a whole special on ghost photography and how they made it happen back in the day and basically how they grifted people. They would take a picture of somebody and it would look like there would be a ghost behind them, but really it was just overexposed film.
Yeah, they would like snap 3 pictures in a row
Yeah.
at the same. So I went on a ghost tour one night in like a haunted town thing, and they said that they were like, if you're gonna catch an orb or something, take 3 pictures really quick in a row. And so like one of the people, it was a work thing, and one of the people I was with, he like believed in this crap, and he was like, look, I got a picture of an orb last night. And I was like, you got overexposed from your flash. Like,
Yeah, my mom has like a whole album dedicated to orbs. She's like, look it, when you were little, there's like an orb behind you. I'm like, I bet there was. I just go along with it, but
My mom, when she was in England, like went to like the world's most haunted castle or whatever, and she took a bunch of pictures and she posted them to Facebook. So I took them all and I photoshopped ghosts into them, like right behind her in every single one. I was like, wow, Mom, you were right.
That's hilarious.
Yes,
Yes,
I've actually seen ghosts and stuff though. So
I know you have.
The Loch Ness monster, obviously.
My only question is like, if ghosts are real, how come there's nobody walking around like with Tina Turner type hair?
And not only that, are there animal ghosts? Like nobody says they saw a dinosaur ghost. You know what I'm saying? I want to see a dinosaur ghost. Okay.
Right,
No, but
like,
Julie, your story was creepy. I remember that.
How come these ghosts are always like old Victorian little kids that died in the
Always.
plague or something? You know, like no.
Always. Yeah.
There's
They always
nobody
had
like.
It's a woman with a white flowy dress.
Yeah, there's nobody wearing like some like leg warmers, like dancing a Pat Benatar down the stairs.
What are the ghosts gonna look like when like our kids are old, right? They're gonna be like, yo, I saw a ghost had mad tattoos and a nose piercing.
Oh, I wonder if we keep our tattoos if we're ghosts.
Of course we do. If we want to.
Well, I don't want to keep this one, so like maybe I could get rid of that in the next.
I'm sure that when you get to heaven, they'll hook it up if you want it or not. You know what I'm saying? Jesus be like, so you want to keep this or not?
Oh, I'm going to hell. I've got a dark sense of humor. I'm going to hell.
Same.
Straight to hell.
See you there in a handbasket.
I wonder if there's like an option. Like, do you want to haunt people or do you just want to stay here? I would totally take the I'm haunting people option. Wouldn't you?
Well,
probably. I wish there was a back and forth.
I think if you're haunting people, you're in limbo and you haven't crossed over or something, or so they say. That's how the story goes, anyways. Unless you're like Lori Vallow, you have like a portal or something. I don't know.
Oh my god, she's wild.
I've been following that case. I'm obsessed with it. I am obsessed with
that lady is a sicko. That woman is the epitome of why I do not believe in religion.
She's insane.
Oh yeah.
Did you hear her phone call with her son Colby of how she's like, they played it the other day in court and she goes, I know what happened, Tylee know what happened, JJ know what happened. We're the only ones who know what happened. Well, lady, they're dead and you're the only one still alive. So what does that tell us?
Was that the one where he was yelling at her like,
yeah,
you need to turn, like he's still very indoctrinated into his religion, and he was like, you need to turn to like the Lord and Savior. You need to stop this. This is evil. Yeah, I've heard that call.
Yeah, I caught what she said. You know what else he says in that phone call that I didn't catch until after? He says, "You did all this to go be with Peter Griffin." He calls Chad Peter Griffin.
That's hilarious. He does look
Nobody
like him,
catches
though.
it though. It's like at the end, like he's like, all this for Peter Griffin, and I'm like, get her. He really does look like Peter Griffin.
What I want to know is
he's not wrong.
What I want to know is Nick Snyder in the Bible? Like I think of the YouTuber Nick Snyder, right? Is there someone in Nick Snyder? Is there someone in the Bible called?
Is
Nick
there like
Snyder?
a streamer named Nick Snyder?
Yeah, he's a streamer.
In the Bible, I don't know. Let me Google it.
I'm certain.
He's
Ned. He's talking about Ned Snyder.
Daily.
I'm 100% certain there is no Nick Snyder in the Bible.
You talking about Ned?
Yeah.
Ned.
There's not a Nick Snyder for sure.
The bad spirit's name is Ned.
Is it the one that possessed
Charles?
Yeah.
Ned.
Is that Ned Snyder?
And that's not in the Bible. That's in the Book of Mormon.
Oh, I thought it was.
Yeah,
Nick
that's something way
Snyder.
different.
All right, I thought she was saying
so
that.
Hold on, I don't want to offend anybody in here if you're Mormon or LDS or whatever. To each your own. I really don't care. But what I don't understand is, like, all right, they all believe some guy. His last name's Smith, right?
Joseph. Yes.
Joseph Smith. So Joseph Smith, y'all just believe him? Like, I don't know, man. It's like I don't know if I believe Joseph Smith.
He found golden tablets, and an angel named Moroni or Moroni, I've heard it said different ways,
Yeah.
came to him, gave him the golden tablets in the forest in like Utah.
He buried him?
And yeah, something like that.
Right.
And then he wrote the Book of Mormon from it, and it has a lot of historical inaccuracies, but so does the Bible. So, you know, there you go.
This is so weird, right? But I don't mean to offend anyone. I'm agnostic, right? So I don't know, right? But do you guys ever wonder if Jesus Christ was the first ever cult leader, and like maybe he, you know, or actually Jesus did exist, but whoever like kind of knew of him was like a cult leader and was like, I'm just going to use this man, mate, and say that he's all this stuff and wrote the Bible.
Well, he wasn't the first cult leader because Judaism existed before him. So there was religion before him. And if you think about like the Egyptian religions, and those are all considered followings and cults, and they're praying to sun gods and things like that. So, I mean, but yeah, like maybe who knows if he was.
Well, I don't even think he wrote the Bible. I think his people wrote the Bible, his apostles, right? Isn't that how it went? Oh my God. You know, I made my confirmation, which means like I got baptized. I went to first communion. And I can't even like remember or answer that question. Isn't that crazy?
Well, so like the New Testament is supposed to be like in his words, you know what I mean? But because, and they're recounting the story of his life in the New Testament. So if you like pick up a King James version, there's
like a
letters.
To his life, yeah.
Yeah, there's letters, like words in red are supposed to be the words of Jesus that he gave to the people who wrote these books, right? But the books were written much later on when there was paper and writing utensils, because that didn't exist then either. But
somebody is in the chat. Mrs. Roadhog's Rotten Tooth. Hi, AZ.
Oh, by the way, I meant no offense. That was just like, you know, sometimes you think about like deep things and you're like, imagine that.
Oh no, I mean that's a
leader. And
well, I've always had the theory that a lot of it was like ways to keep the population safe back then.
Maybe.
Because like think about what a lot of the rules are, like pigs are dirty, like shellfish is dirty. Well, now we know if you don't store those at proper temperatures and if you don't cook them to proper temperatures, they can be like deadly. So it was easier back then just to tell you like you just shouldn't eat them at all.
Yeah, there were rules that people needed to follow that kept people healthy.
I mean, they're not bad rules.
Like government
I mean,
rules.
Don't kill people, you know what I'm saying? Like, don't steal. These are great rules.
That's fair.
They're rules
like
that
it
we
was
live
a
by
way.
now.
It was a way to have some kind of like, so
order.
It's not just like total chaos.
Yeah.
So easy. I've got a question. So, my mum was wondering, what was it? Did you?
When she was confirmed.
See, when you were confirmed, when you were as a Catholic, were you slapped in the face?
No.
My
mum
I
was
was confirmed
really
as a Catholic, and I was not slapped in the face.
My mum got so slapped in the face. Maybe it's a Glaswegian
from
thing.
a priest, from a bishop,
from a priest. He slapped her in the face.
Nah, they didn't do that to us.
They poured oil on my head.
Yeah, when I was a baby,
sounds like that
poured stuff on my head, but like confirmation.
It sounds like that priest had a kink or something, Julie.
I think when I made my confirmation, I had to pick a name or something from the Bible, but nah, nobody hit me.
Yeah,
maybe
you have your
just
Christian
had one
name.
of those faces, you know. He was just
Maybe
like,
they did that in the UK a long time ago. I don't know. I'm gonna have to look that up. I'm interested.
Well, I do know that like the Catholic religion in other countries was very, very stuffy. For
nuns over here used to hit people in the hands with rulers in school. Yep. I know that happened. So I wouldn't be surprised.
Imagine getting slapped in the face by a priest. That's some story I never knew about.
It's better than what some priest stories I've heard.
That's true. That's true.
You know, one of my favorite movies has like you talking about like imagine he was like the first cult leader or whatever. One of my favorite movies says, imagine Mary just had got pregnant out of wedlock, and this was the best way for her to get out of it, was to say it was immaculate conception. Like, pretty good lie,
That's
right?
what my dad used to say. Like, he always said that. Like, imagine that was like what happened, and that was all. It's just fascinating, like, because human beings, like, a lot of it's about, you know,
Mary turned him and
ego.
told her family. She's
Mother Mary, she's the mother of God, all right? Leave Mary alone.
I thought she was the mother of Jesus.
God is Jesus. Jesus is God's son in the flesh.
Yeah, so isn't Mary just the mother of Jesus, no, the mother of God?
It's like interchangeable, I guess. It's like one and the same. She gave birth to the God's son. I don't know. Something like that.
All right, okay. What was your guys' saint name?
And like, explain that to me.
Elizabeth.
Like, okay, so the only way that I'll ever be able to forgive you is if I have someone carry my son and then you guys torture my son. If you torture him enough, then I'll start to forgive you guys.
He died for our sins.
But
Jesus
why?
is the Son of God, yes. But why? Because Adam and Eve, man, somebody ate an apple and then a rib got broken.
But why
or
did
something.
Jesus have to die, though?
Why
Like,
was
who
it the
made that
woman?
rule?
The woman ate the apple.
Because Eve ate the apple because she was hungry. She was hangry.
But who made the rule that Jesus had to die? God makes that rule. God's the one who's like, hey, you know what?
I
I'll
know.
forgive you
It's
only if you
crazy.
kill this guy.
If you listen, like, I think there's a God. I know who you're atheist, right? Who's atheist on this panel?
I'm agnostic.
Stim and Casey.
Stim and Casey are atheists. I believe there is a God. I don't think it was actually the way that the Bible wants us to believe. I think that God is love, and I think that like there's no one like person you can point to and be like that's God, because he just is. You know what I'm saying? Like that's my opinion.
Yeah,
that's what I think as well. I think if there is like a heaven, I think basically, I think it's more about if you've got a good soul, good intentions, and stuff like that. I don't think it's like all this stuff like
Right.
if you know, like if you're homosexual, if you're divorced, if you're pregnant out of wedlock, if you're a
Yeah,
sinner.
guys, that's a good point. We got to stop saying all the A words because I'm obnoxious too will show up.
Oh,
Like
I'm
they've been
obnoxious
summoned.
too.
Oh no! And then we'll have a debate about rocks. No, thank you.
Yes.
Oh my God.
Well, all I'm saying is that I was raised very religious my
Me
entire
too.
life, and I also think that every time I've studied or encountered religion in my life, it's the rules have been written by men, and women have always been seen as less than or evil, and going all the way back to Eve. So that's why I'm kind of like, I just don't really think I can believe it anymore, you know? But for 40 years, I was a very religious person.
I believe in like the universe and like how, you know, kind of manifestation and stuff like that.
The universal law. That's what I believe in. Like what you put out comes back to you, kind of stuff. Like that makes more sense. Yeah, that makes more sense to me than anything that I was force fed.
See,
you know,
I like the way Ricky Gervais explains it. Like, if there's 1,000 religions out there, you don't believe in 999 of them, and I don't believe in one more.
Then there's yeah, exactly.
Yeah, well, and he also says this. I like what Ricky Gervais says about here's why he believes what he believes. You could, if we decided to destroy, burn all of the books, the Bible, science books, everything on the planet, in 1,000 years, the science books would be rewritten exactly as they are, but the Bible would never come back.
Good point.
Right.
And like I can't. This is one thing I don't agree with too. Like people would be like, "Oh, in Catholicism or whatever, like you just have to be sorry and you get forgiven." Like no, in your heart, if your intentions aren't pure, then no.
I'm
you don't
agnostic.
What?
You're a cross stitch? You're what?
She
that
fell
what
out of her
she
chair.
No,
She said I'm agnostic and fell out of her chair.
I'm obnoxious
I'm
too.
obnoxious too.
Did you fall to the pits of hell, Julie? What just happened?
I was doing
Yeah,
Steve.
yeah,
I'll
she
do
just
it
fell.
She
again.
Steve McCrayed herself.
I'm agnostic.
Oh,
Yeah, she just fell.
I thought you said something else. I didn't know what cross stitch. Yeah.
She said I'm agnostic and then fell.
It really sounded like she said I'm a cross stitch though.
Who was it that told me to do that? Whoever it was, I did it. Okay.
No, the best part about the whole video though, there were clouds behind him, and it looked like he was in heaven, and he was sitting.
It did.
It was so perfect. Like it looked like he fell to the pits of hell. Like it is the best clip ever. It really is.
It's my
Some of
favorite.
you in the chat might not know, but I think for the most part, most of you know what we're talking about. But sorry if you don't.
He was chucked to heaven at that point.
Long story.
That was funny. No, there was something I was about to say, and I forget what it was. It was when Kim made a good point about like how you know it's unfair to women and stuff like that. A lot of stuff in the Bible and things like that. But there was something I was going to pig forget it.
We were talking about the universe and stuff, universal law. And
Aye, but
it'll come back to you.
I don't think it will. I'll forget it. Come
Welcome
back
to
to
my
me.
life.
I love how honest you are. You're like, nah, I don't think it will.
I'll be honest. It won't come back to me.
She's like, nah, it's gone. I know that feeling, Julie. I do that all the time.
It's gone. It's gone. It was actually quite a decent point as well.
That ship has sailed.
It's a decent point, and it's long gone. But religion does fascinate me. Like
It is fascinating, yeah.
I like the Buddhist practices. Like the Tina Turner movie was really good. I don't look into it as a religion, but I like the chant and what it stands for. It's more about like you kind of being not your own God, but like you being like your own God and finding your own bliss and happiness and stuff like that. Like it's more focused on you, do you know what I mean? Rather than
all I know is monks live a long time, and
yeah, I don't want to be a monk. I'm not shaving my head for anyone.
Did you know like the next city over from me has one of the biggest monasteries like in the United States? It's like gold. It's like made out of gold. Like it's not real gold, but like the whole thing's gold. And like when I go to Walmart and shit, like I see monks like almost every time because they walk there. Like yeah, it's huge. The place is huge. Like it's unbelievable. And I guess you can go there and meditate. Like, and I went on a little retreat with them one time, but they let people in to meditate. Like I've seen their garden before and I've sat out there with them. It's pretty cool. It's a beautiful place.
Oh, I would love that.
But they don't like talk. Like it's weird. I don't know. They won't like make eye contact with me.
I think they're the most in tune with like the planets, the earth, what the earth makes and how we are part of it.
I've said
so.
This
I mean, if I had
times.
to be a religion, I'd be that one. I guess.
Yeah.
Well, get this. Y'all gonna think I'm crazy. I've mentioned it a million times before, but there's these channelings from aliens that call the Law of One, and they make more sense than anything I've ever read ever. If you're bored and you can't sleep at night, look up the Law of One channelings, and it'll blow your mind. Like
this sounds like the Borg from Star.
Sorry.
What is it?
Have you ever watched Ancient Aliens and how they talk about the proportions of the pyramids and how basically it's impossible for humans?
Love that stuff.
It's like a big joke on the internet. Like that's all that the History Channel is now is Ancient Aliens.
I love that stuff.
It's fascinating because it's like the proportions and how like they fit and stuff like that. Like it's
and Julie, that's what I'm saying. Like, yo, in the Law of One, the alien channelings, they literally explain like why and how the pyramids were made, and it makes more sense than anything I've ever heard in my entire life. I'm telling you.
Did y'all ever get scared of that show Sightings when you were kids?
Yes, I love Sightings. Y'all already know Leon, EST 1994. You know what I'm saying?
My mom saw UFO once.
I believe her. I did too.
I remember watching that show as a little kid and being like scared to go to sleep at night because people would just like disappear out of their bed.
Yep. Like Unsolved Mysteries too.
Yeah.
Oh, I loved
Like-
Unsolved Mysteries, but everything happened in like the square states in the middle, and I was like, never going there. Staying on the East
Always.
Coast or the West.
Or
For like
Oregon.
3
Oregon
years
has a
of my
lot of stuff.
childhood, I would sleep with the blanket over my head, even though it was so miserable. I was like,
Same.
if I have the blanket over my head, they can't take me.
Dude, the night I'm not kidding, the night I saw the UFO, and I will go to my grave telling you I saw a UFO there, it's unexplainable what I experienced. And the night that I went to bed after that, I'll never forget it. I literally got under my covers and my head just moved my room around. My bed was near my window, and I remember thinking, if I flinch, the aliens are gonna come back for me. I was sweating under my covers, like scared to move, dude. I was so convinced they were gonna come back for me.
That's how I would fall asleep most nights. I would have my covers over my head, and I would be like, if I don't move, they won't know that anyone is in this bed.
Yes, I remember thinking that, like, don't move, don't readjust yourself, just stay still, sweat, and just pray that you don't get abducted.
And looking back, you're like, our parents should not have been letting us watch sightings. That
No,
is
for
not
real.
appropriate.
For real. Like
That stuff never scared me. It's like ghost stuff never scared me. I don't know. I seen a lot of like paranormal stuff like when I was young. Like I remember in my like the first house when I moved to this town, I looked up the stairs and I literally like, and I was like 8 or something, and I literally just seen my dad walk past, and he was wearing his work clothes, which was the clothes he was found in, and I swear to God, it was as clear as day, and I'll go to my grave saying that was you, and I seen that, and then the Benidorm ghost, and there was an article to back up she was effing dead and what she was wearing. So, like, nothing like that's ever scared me. Like, no paranormal experience, like, watching stuff about paranormal stuff, even alien stuff, it doesn't really scare me for some reason.
I had an experience one time, and I'll never forget it, and I'll never forget how I reacted. I had this apartment, and I was carrying groceries one night by myself, right? My boyfriend at the time was at work, and I was carrying groceries, and I unlocked the door, and I walked in, and I set the bags down, and I got this feeling that made the hair in the back of my neck stand up literally. Like, I just knew that there was, like, a evil presence. I swear, I just knew it. And I literally dropped the groceries, and I was like, "You're not welcome here," and I started, like, yelling, and then they never came back.
Oh my God, that's so creepy.
Yeah, I was like,
They were
get out,
talking
you're
in
not
the
welcome here. I probably looked like a crazy person, but I was convinced that there was something in there. No, I was not on drugs at the time, by the way.
They were talking in the chat about
might
how
have
their
been.
parents used to watch like horror movies and stuff. Like we used to have a family night when a new Tales from the Crypt would come out. Like I can remember like me and my sister sitting in the floor and like my parents on the couch and being like, okay, a new Tales from the Crypt is fixing to start. I was not old enough to be watching Tales from the Crypt.
Nah.
No,
me
but
either.
you know what? Like my 9th birthday party was a sleepover, and we rented Poltergeist 3, Chucky.
Shut up, I had a sleepover where I rented Poltergeist too.
And like one of my friends locked herself in the bathroom because her parents didn't let her watch that stuff. And the rest of us were like, "You're such a wimp. Oh my God." We were horrible to her that night. It was, being a 9-year-old.
Sometimes our lives truly intersect. Like, I can't believe you had a sleepover that you watched that movie. So did I. That's so crazy.
I had a friend's mom call my mom and be like, "Did you watch this movie first to make sure it was okay?" My mom's like, "Yep, sure did."
Yeah,
and then
it's
she hung up
PG.
the phone. She hung up the phone and she's like, "I'm not watching that fucking shit."
I remember I used to watch all that scary shit when I was little. And I remember when Toy Story came out, my little brother started crying when Woody's arm fell off. Or was it Buzz? I don't know. One of their arms fell off. My brother started crying, and my mother looked at me and she's like, "Yo, you used to watch sightings by yourself in your room, and this kid can't watch Toy Story."
I remember begging mom to take me to get the new Child's Play every time it would come out, like to the Blockbuster. Like, "Mom, it's out. We've got to get it. There's a new Chucky movie."
I probably know all the words to the Chucky movies. It's pretty pathetic. But TT asked, have you ever had sleep paralysis? Yes, it happens to me like once a year, and it's terrifying.
I've not, but I've had well, my mum's had them as well, and my gran had them. But I've had psychic dreams where you dream something and it happens, if that makes sense. But it happens like so. It runs in our family. It sounds so weird, but basically, it's like a premonition dream. So I had a dream, that it was the night before my 19th birthday, and I had a dream I was in a blue car, and it was raining, and there was a big puddle, and the car crashed. Then on my 19th birthday, my cousin was taking us out for a meal, and she drives a blue car, right?
Shut up.
And it was raining. And
don't tell me you got in the car.
Well, we did. My mum literally had to give me a diazepam because I was like, Mum, I cannot go. I have a bad feeling this dream. She's like, oh, don't be silly and all that. It'll be fine, right? So I was in the car, and it was raining, and a big puddle just hit it, and she was stupid. She went like that in a dual carriageway, and she was like swerving, and I remember just going, calm down, stay calm, and she eventually pulled over and stopped.
Well, we were nearly killed that
We were nearly effing killed that night, and I was like, oh my God, like I literally knew this was going to happen. It was so creepy, and my mum's are even creepier. I really need to do a stream. My mum.
I've had things like that happen, not in dreams, but like in the moment. Like I worked at, speaking of restaurants, a long time ago when I worked at this restaurant, I saw this dude I work with in the kitchen. We were cleaning the floors at night, right? And he was walking towards me, and I had this like moment where I looked at him, and I'm like, he's gonna slip and fall and stick his hand through the slip thing. We had this like metal, a wooden block with like a nail through it that we put the slips through, right? Mm-hmm. And I envisioned him walking towards me and slipping and going to grab the table and the nail going through his hand. Guess what? It actually really happened like right after I thought about it, and I was so freaked out that I actually just walked out of work that night and stopped cleaning up because I was so freaked out. I was like, yo, I told him the next time I saw him, I'm like, do you know I saw you before your hand went through that thing? I saw that was going to happen. The dude was like, well, why didn't you tell me? Because I sound crazy. I don't know. But yeah, I believe you, Julie. Like, that's weird when things like that happen.
I really need to do a stream one night and just like sit my mum down and be like, Mum, tell us your paranormal experiences because they're so creepy.
I love that stuff.
Thanks, Mum. You guys are really interesting, she said.
Yeah, I believe you though, but I never had like a sleeping dream or anything like that, but like I've definitely experienced stuff like that though.
I've had sleep paralysis. That's how my husband had a night terror, and that's how he broke his hand. He like jumped up and he didn't know he was like awake, and he just took off running and he missed the step, and he like broke his hand in 2 places when he landed.
Oh my God.
I was like, yeah, you're gonna have to not do that again. Like, we're so old now that it breaks shit when you fall. So like,
right? Can't be doing that.
Yeah. No, I'm more interested in all this Matrix shit that you got going on, AZ. Like, that seriously sounds like something that you would see in a Matrix. Like, you see it right before it happens.
Yeah, dude. Like, it happens to me. Like,
Alice,
I'll give you another example. I was driving.
Alice, my mum doesn't drink, you stupid bitch. Fuck off.
Oh, is she here?
She said that it wasn't a paranormal experience. She was drunk. She was not drunk.
Oh, fuck off, Alice.
Do you think my mum was drunk when her granny was sitting dying in a hospital? Alice, fuck you. Go read AZ's diaries that she got for Reddit and cry fucking idiot.
That's so funny. Like I told you, you can't say her name 3 times. She shows up.
We didn't.
That'd be the day like I pop in their chat and be like, "Oh, you talking about me?" Because I don't watch them and I don't give a shit. So this is how corny they are. They stalk everything we do. Anyways, like there's been times where I've been driving down the road and I'll be like, oh, I think I just saw so and so, and it really wasn't them. But then 2 seconds later, the real person that I thought I saw will pass by. Like, things like that happen all the time.
That is so creepy. That's sort of happened to my mum as well. Like, she has these like dreams, and my granny had them as well. Like, it's actually so creepy. Like, my gran had a dream about like my mum's brother, so her son, she said to him, do not take your bike, like you're going, because she had a dream that he was going to, what was it, he was going to crash
his bike.
crashed into a bike,
They-
a bus.
he crashed into a bus, and it turned out like, and he was like, "No, don't worry, mommy," and he took his bike and he crashed into a bus. He's
Oh my
alive. He was alive at that point. He's dead now, but he was alive at that point. So it's
I believe that a lot of us have that intuition in us, so we just choose to ignore it because
Definitely.
I feel like since we were little, like we've all had that, but it just got like covered up over the years from society telling you not to think about those things. I don't know. I can't explain it, but you know what I'm trying to say.
Yeah, probably.
I
Have
really
you ever
think
like witnessed someone, right? This fascinates me. Like came across someone and get such a dark.
oh yeah.
Mm-hmm. Like in person, not just like seeing Alice in person. Like such a dark energy where you're like, this person is like genuinely like it's
Yeah. All the time, and I trust that too. Like if I meet somebody and I get bad vibes, like I will follow through with that feeling, trust me, like because that's something you should never ignore. That like that's your intuition telling you to pay attention, you know what I'm saying?
Kids
I should have done that with my ex.
Kids have way better intuition, and I believe that if your child doesn't want to talk to someone, you should stay away from that person entirely.
Absolutely. I agree.
I know, just saying shit as fucking nut job. Alice, when are you going to check?
I'm gonna drop down so I can. I'm gonna drop down so I can block her from the chat because.
Oh, don't be silly. It's all right.
Oh, I can do that. I can do that right here.
She's ridiculous.
What? She's gonna be like, it wasn't me. I didn't even have internet in Canada. It wasn't me.
Oh yeah, I'm sure it wasn't her being rude. It's okay.
I don't know why she's. I don't know why she's so obsessed with my mother at this point.
Oh no!
Wolf,
hey Wolf! Woof 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 woof!
Oh God!
Oh, the dogs in the chat. Who let the dogs out? Woof 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 woof.
I just came in to show fuck you clowns. AZ won't show the notebook filled with info from Nat.
Hey Wolf, racist bitch, you fucker. Nobody likes you, Wolf, except for Alice. Remember when Alice hated you? Remember when Alice was a racist? Woof.
Yeah,
bye, doggy.
What does this idiot mean by your days are coming? Did you come in here to threaten people? Give me a break.
I'm so scared, Wolf. Wolf, I really give a shit what you think. Why are you here? You're obsessed with us.
What you gonna do? Bite me? Your avatar looks like a husky, you idiot.
Imagine how sad you have to be like a grown ass man and have nothing better to do than to like threaten people on YouTube.
Well, since it's
that
failed
aren't talking about
career,
him,
we expect.
like we literally don't care. We weren't. This was not about Alice or that idiot Wolf. So I don't know why they're here.
You know that like teacher that has like the famous like TikTok or whatever, and he was like how kids talk to each other, and he's like, I don't even care.
Yeah.
Like that's how I feel about that.
You rabid rabies flea bag. Hey,
The
Wolf.
thing is, he thinks he's tough with a wolf profile picture, but it looks like a husky. So I do not get.
He's an Indian.
A dog is racist.
The feather kind.
Profile picture looks like a husky. That's like saying.
He's a dog. What do you want?
That's like saying just Jules when she was up. Or
yeah, Muzz, can you call animal control real quick?
You be, like you're a bee. Like what makes no sense. It's like saying, just saying, oh, shut up, Ginger, because she's got Molly Ringwald as her profile picture. You know what I'm saying? Like, he's so stupid.
Yet they show up every time. Catch me in one of their streams or where they're chatting or where they be at. I don't look at your tweets. I don't give a shit.
I forgot.
You guys love it. You can't get enough of this, can you?
Alice, you're so obsessed with my mother because she doesn't need to fill her face with so much filler.
I think Alice has
Dom, you're not going around threatening people to like
too many
I bet you
stuff. That's what we're talking about.
Alice's mommy didn't love her and she's super jealous of Mama Virgo, and that's probably where her real beef comes in. Huh, Alice?
And
sorry to hear that. Not our fault.
My mum's face isn't filled out to the point where she looks like that mad cat woman, you know, the one with all the filler. Like honestly, Alice, consider getting
cat
some-
lady.
You know the
I know who you're talking about.
that guy in it with the filler. Like honestly,
With your crab hairline.
oh, she does have a crap hairline. Why does she make so much different names anyway? She's so tough. Like, actually,
That's another person that needs to learn that, like, stop, go away, no, all of those things are complete sentences.
Literally.
Yeah. And they
must-
mean something. You don't just ignore them.
I would not wish to interact with you. Like, fuck off. I don't know why that's so hard for you weirdos. It's because they're culty toolbox wingnuts, and they just don't know any better. They're just wingnuts, you know.
Alice, who the fuck is Alice? You used to sing that in pubs at this so cool. What was the song?
Alice, who the fuck
The
is
fuck
Alice?
is Alice? There's actually a remix of it on YouTube.
Alice in Twitterland. Check out the stream, yo.
She's gonna be screenshotting all your tweets for the next few days now. Just get ready.
Like, why are you screenshotting my Why are you watching my Twitter? It's so weird.
First of all, my Twitter's public. Anybody can look at it. You don't have to screenshot it. It's fucking there.
Well, I have her blocked because I decide I just don't want to interact with her. She's insane.
She just has to like not log in to see it.
She's got 85 accounts. I know she does. Like, I'm not stupid. You know what I'm saying?
But you know, like, it's public. Like, she just has to just not be on that account to see it.
How dare she talk about a diary? Oh my god, Izzy is such a hateful person. Rah.
Take up with whoever posted it in Reddit, Alice.
Yeah, hey Alice, did you contact the OP from Reddit about the diary beef? Like, you're really upset about it. I'm such a hateful person for sharing a fucking Reddit thread. Get out of here. All right, these people aren't reading on my pre. I don't even want to give them the time of day. Like, between
we were having a great time before they came in here to.
Aye, and also, Wolf, get your facts right. She never said she had a notebook and that. Yeah, I didn't read. Anyways.
Well, guys, it's been fun, but I need to go into my haters streams and start talking shit about them, even though they haven't said anything about me for months. So
Yeah, I know it's been like 4 hours. What time is it? Like nearly 4 a.m. I need something to eat. So
I know I want a snack too. I gotta get going here.
I was just thinking, like, man, I hope we end this soon because, like, my husband made me some hamburgers that just sound so good right now.
Oh hell yeah! Go get your hamburger, girl.
Oh, I had lovely hamburgers. I went to a barbecue yesterday.
Julie loves her hamburger.
And
only a certain kind of hamburger.
It was such a good hamburger. I left early though because I can't deal with day drinking. And then they were smoking weed, and I did take one puff, but then also like the inhaling of the smoke. It was like knocking me out, and I was so tired, and I didn't sleep, so I had to leave after like. Basically, I just ate the burgers and left.
I thought you said coffee reacts to that.
I never had any coffee.
You were just there for the Big Macs, man.
Well, actually, they were barbecue home cooked.
Yo, I got a McDonald's app. I got a free Big Mac meal, Julie. I could send you the coupon code if you want. I got me mad McDonald's points, okay?
Me too. I always forget that I have them and I don't use them. And I'm like,
I get free McCafe stuff. Like, I like the caramel frap.
Oh, they don't do that here. They do the mango and pineapple smoothie, though. I love that. But they don't do
the caramel frappes where it's at, yo. That's why I got the app for. I get $2 off on my caramel frappes.
I love them, and they don't do them here anymore.
What? That's not fair.
Everything's so healthy in the UK. Come to America where you can have anything you want.
Yeah, sometimes
it's all
I
bad
get
for
me
you.
caramel frappe and a big smack. You know what I'm saying?
Oh,
Alice knows.
I've been doing like really well to just bring coffee from home and just being really miserable with it all day.
Now I want a caramel frappe, damn it.
I want to try the blueberry thing from Starbucks. It's a blueberry thing. It looks really nice.
Ooh, you know what they have at McDonald's now? I got my daughter one last week. It was a cheesecake McFlurry.
Ooh.
It was actually good. I took a bite of it. I'm like, this is actually pretty good.
Oh, they really
there's like a strawberry shortcake one that I want to try.
Yeah, something like that. It's new though. It's something like that, but
I want to try it, but I'm like, yeah, I don't need that dairy.
Strawberry shortcake McFlurry. Yeah, that's what it is, or something like. I don't know. I thought it was cheesecake. Maybe I'm wrong. But
Have you guys ever heard of a Portillo's? Do you have a Portillo's in your area, AZ?
say it again.
Portillo's.
No, we have something that sounds like that, like Porticellos.
No, there's this. It's like it started out as a hot dog stand in Chicago, and now it's a chain. And they have like Italian beef sandwiches, hot dogs, hamburgers. They, there's not a lot of them around the country, but they just opened one in my area, and they have this thing called a chocolate cake shake, where they literally take chocolate cake and make a milkshake out of it. And if you ever pass by a Portillo's in your life, you have to stop and get one because they're
Duly
amazing.
noted. I would love to. That sounds good. I love me some ice cream drinks and some ice drinks and stuff like that. I'm all about that life.
Oh,
you know what I'm
Mom.
saying?
I also stopped on my way home and bought like a thing of fresh strawberries. So I'm like, okay, so I have some really good stuff I have to get to now.
Listen, if you take like strawberry or vanilla ice cream, you put some fresh strawberries in, and then you put in some strawberry Greek yogurt, you know what I'm saying? In with it. Oh, all right, I gotta go get a snack now.
I have some strawberry. I make
too.
strawberry freezer jam, and we just mix that in with the vanilla ice cream.
I need to ask a question. Right, see in America, is it true that you get like these elf bars, but they're 4,000 puffs and not 600 puffs?
We don't know what those are.
Lost Mary elf bars vapes.
I don't vape.
Vapes are bad things here.
Nah, I like Newports. Gotta go.
We're all old, man.
All right, guys. I'll talk to you later.
Bye, guys. Thanks for being here.
Bye.
Bye, everyone. Thank you guys for coming.
Thank you. Bye.
Bye.
Bye. Bye. Thanks for having me, Stacey. Bye. Bye.
Bye.